Maybe we're like, hey, okay, rock and rollin'. Hello? I'd like 2 of the large pies, please. With sorry.
Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge,
Woohoo!
where we're currently enjoying the music of the Martini Kings. Woo!
I will wait for a few more people, but I can certainly. Pardon me. To ask this question, but I'll ask right now. So Dime, music level, please. How's that coming out on your end?
Hi, Dime.
It's pretty good here. I don't want to blast us, but I don't want them to be inaudible because what the hell would be the point of having the Martini Kings on the show if you couldn't hear them? So yes,
aloha, Eric.
Yeah,
good
Eric
to
too.
See you.
I'm asking the question. You probably heard that, but yeah, music level. So
yeah, let us know if it's
compared to
not loud enough.
Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you.
Hello, Linda.
Hi, Mom. Good to see you. Let's see.
Success.
Yeah, please. It can be a touch louder, Dime says. Okay.
This is why I have a remote control over there.
Yes.
Which is actually not my hand. This is, in fact, the.
Hi, Wayne. Good to see you.
Remote control.
Thank you for joining us.
But if I had this.
Lou, hi. Oh. Thank you for joining us. Where's the album cover? I don't think the remote is working. We're currently listening to Enchanted Lovers by the Martini Kings on the Rum Bar Records label.
Yeah,
Thank you to Rum Bar Records
for providing the music for us today. This is
So I'm going to drop the link to where you can pick this CD up. And it's not just a CD, you guys.
Guess what? This bonus material.
It comes with, hi, Joe. Good to see you.
I'm going to show you. Yeah, this tiny little package is just.
Hi, Julie.
It's like that extra plenty pack of Wrigley's double mint. It's bursting with flavor. There's like so much good stuff in here. First of all, you fold out with look at these. Who puts this kind of notes on stuff anymore? It's like this is loaded, absolutely loaded. And then guess what? Do we have enough people here? I want to make sure I can display this.
Oh, we're going to show this more than once.
We're going to show this more than once. Out slides. Oh, what do you know? It's a full-size poster.
It's a poster of the Shag cover.
Removable art.
Which
big size.
Hi, John. Good to see you. Those of you who've tried to buy Shag art know it's not cheap.
Yeah.
And this comes with the CD, so.
Ding, 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 ding.
Suze, hi, good to see you.
As far as people who think that's like the size of an LP, it's actually the size of a 10-inch LP, which is really cool. I was just measuring it up against this guy. I'm like, this is like a 10-inch. This would be great as a 10-inch, although there's actually much more music on here than would fit on a 10-inch LP anyway. So blah, blah, blah. But this is cool. I'm going to put this back in so I can whip it out a little later. Excuse me while I whip this out. But in the meantime, yes, the Martini Kings Enchanted Lovers. I want to get that right. Rum Bar Records.
Yes.
Literally Rum 175.
I have dropped the link to this particular album. So, yes, be sure and pick yours up. However,
level that a little bit. Cover my face.
There is so much goodness from Rum Bar Records. Then while you're there, you will want to check out the entire catalog.
Rum Bar is like one of those catalogs that just goes.
Hey, Marlo, good to see you.
Sometimes you look at a record catalog, you're like, yeah, I like about 10% of it. Rum Bar, you're going to look at and say, no, wait a minute, I got to know. And then there's this, and you're like, yeah, just one of each, please. Can I have one of the above? And it just goes on and on. I mean, there's so many great artists on there. There's some excellent collections and re-releases that are happening. There are fantastic catalogs of artists who've been on Rum Bar for some years, and there's some great singles and bunch that darts on Bandcamp. You gotta check it out.
Sue's got our CD today. I love it.
Awesome.
John's would love that fold out. I know, right?
That's so cool. Yeah.
It's very cool, John.
It's literally, Johnny would know this. This is literally 10-inch LP cover, so it's like you could make this as one of those classic, like 3 songs aside kind of things. But you would have to have like about 5 of them to equal the amount of material that's on here. This is literally 20 tracks. This is so cool. This is a great collection. We played this a lot so far.
Yes.
And what's going to happen is you're going to buy it and you're going to play it a lot so far. Now I believe it's
Hi, Andy.
For those who are like, well, I just really do streaming. Available. I think you can go to Bandcamp for such.
You can go to Bandcamp. Yes.
Okay, yep, and you can grab it there.
It's, rumbarrecords.bandcamp.com/album/enchanted-lovers.
And if that's too much for you, just go and grab the link. Just
I'm gonna
scroll up.
drop the link again.
No, drop the link again. We're gonna drop it a bunch of times because, hey, Lou brings the music to you, and we bring the music through Lou to you. Say that a few times fast. Boom,
through Lou to you.
And guess what? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing this right. Tony Marcico from the Martini Kings will be joining us in about half an hour.
I think so.
Something like that. I'm not sure where he is. I think he's actually in Europe right now.
Transmissions,
so it's gonna be early or late, one of those things. So cool.
But in the meantime, while we enjoy the Martini Kings, Enchanted Lovers,
I'm enjoying it.
I'm going to enjoy a martini.
Oh, well, because Martini Kings, hello, duh.
Dime grabbed the digital from Martini Kings.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, okay, so you bought it twice.
Oh, well,
the album's so nice you bought it twice.
You know what? The band really appreciates your support.
Oh yeah, Andy, we're gonna frame ours too. Yeah, so we're gonna frame our little check cover. Yes, because it's too good not to.
You gotta do it.
All right, so it's martini time, and I'm so ready.
Ready.
You might recognize those lyrics from a different record.
Also available for sale, but we're not talking about that right now. Although, if you're interested,
we're not talking about
let us know on the side, and away we go.
Okay.
So the classic martini, the way you would make it is.
All right. Well, I make it slightly differently from Paul, honestly.
Just a little.
I'm going to do
all the time. She drinks them.
2 ounces of my dry gin.
Yeah. A contemporary martini
and a little
is
extra.
London dry gin, of course.
And I'm going to add. Love their version of Cantaloupe Island.
Oh yeah, that's very cool.
Oh, I love it. Okay, you're
you're
all familiar. I love it. I will take the driver.
I just want to make sure I'm not screwing that up. That is a Herbie Hancock song, because I also know that
Buddy Greco.
Yeah, and this is a great. They got Buddy to go star on this. It's so cool. I believe he has left us, so it's like you got him in time. I think the band was like 92 at the time, so it's awesome.
I will take the dry vermouth, if you don't mind.
I have the dry vermouth, and I do.
Paul uses more vermouth than I use. I know some people use none at all.
Folks, you got to bear in mind that if you're drinking a cold glass of gin without vermouth, you're going to call that a martini? I'm going to call it a glass of gin, and you're kind of getting into rummy territory there. Although we know people, and that's all they like to do, if you want to wave the bottle at it, if you want to put a drop in there and call it, I used vermouth, you do you.
I do about
a
third of an ounce.
Yeah. I'm probably using about 4 to 1, which is more like half an ounce. So
I always say, if you come
minor
here, I will not touch the ice. But since I'm making this drink for me, I'm just grabbing the ice.
If somebody rings the doorbell right now and says, "Hey, we're in the neighborhood," I'll grab a scoop. But otherwise, this is among friends.
All right, so Jesse's in the house. Yay!
Got two big thumbs for Take 5 in Bags group. Yes. I mean, this is just a really accomplished jazz combo who plays lounge, who plays exotica. What do you got? It's a sound that is extremely saleable, and they work it, And by the way, this is within their catalog. They have something like 25 albums. 25 albums. I mean, that's over the course of about 43 years. Maybe 44. I can do the math on that.
And I will I'll take a chill glass if you don't mind.
I hope we have some.
We do. I put them in there. I froze them myself.
Check it out.
Okay, transmissions. I'll just call you Jesse now. Okay.
Jesse. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I could sit there saying transmissions from the underground for like the next hour and a half, and then that would probably be silly. I'm glad to be able to talk to Jessie. Yes. I am Paul, and she's Kelly. Oh, Miss Velveteen, take it back.
Thank you.
She's not Glendora.
Glendora would be very offended if you thought I was Glendora.
She's
garnish with as many olives as you can fit on a pick.
That was as many as she could fit.
I can only fit 3 on this pick. So.
Well, you know why she'd be offended? Because she is 1 day younger than you and always will be.
Hi, Amy. Good to see you.
She always reminds you of that.
Talk to I just thought of something.
By the way, everybody who watched.
Oh, Eric, thank you.
Everybody who watched me find all of the Easter eggs when it was just around Easter. I found the final egg.
You found another egg.
Found the final egg, which what was in this? This was Aperol Spritz.
Aperol Spritz. So I had to go buy Aperol.
So I wanted to open it on the air last week. I totally spaced it, but guess what? You've heard it. I'm going to put it aside. Deluxe here.
I just thought of something I have to do. So you keep talking.
I'll vamp about things and ideas.
Good.
What do I really enjoy on this album itself? All of it, but like specifically, I remember saying I did really enjoy the Bag's Groove. I enjoyed the Rumble, which is very different, and great Dance of the Virgins, which is the original tune. So that's very cool. I mean, there's a thing. And there are tracks that actually appear on this LP over here, Palm Springs Serenade, which sounds lush and lovely. But you know what? I'm playing this on a compact disc, and it sounds lush.
Oh, Eric,
and
lovely. I love it.
So there you go.
I use those textures to decorate my virtual Easter eggs. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
It was so great.
That's right. It's hilarious. So awesome. And we have Andy Van is here. Hey,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes.
Have actually not heard from some of our correspondents in a while. Although I saw Andy dropping into the Velveteen Lounge room, the Grotto room, and
Hey, hello. Nice to see you.
talking about an excellent drink that he was drinking from a Trader Vic coupe. Yeah, I was envy. Kind of jelly. So good.
I'll end up eating these olives like within 3 minutes.
You can eat your olives whenever you like.
Okay. I'm glad that you guys are familiar with the album and are digging it.
You can kind of describe it as I don't have to sit there yakking it at you for like 2 hours about it. It's a great album. You should really buy it. I would get pretty boring. But you know what?
But it is.
You've heard it.
And you should.
However, as much as it's true, it's a great album. You should buy it. And, again, this is 175 in the Rum Bar catalog, which just goes on and on. Oh, man. So good.
I'm going to drop the link again.
Drop the link.
To where you can pick yours
for
up.
people who can check them out. Do you like downloads? It's available. Do you like CDs? It's available.
Thank you, K Palace.
CD comes with fab fold-out cover that actually folds out to a full 10-inch size LP cover. Isn't that cool? You got to frame it. You're going to want to frame it. And I do not believe this is available on wax for those who like such things. There's no wax cylinder of this. No, there's no LP yet. However, I suppose if the demand comes up, I heard that from other correspondents
for
too.
Wax cylinders.
Yeah, if it comes up for wax cylinders, then something very strange is happening. But if it comes up for like a 12-inch LP, perhaps even a 2 LP set, then perhaps Lou will think, okay, yeah, but you've got to be able to sell copies, because that is no joke producing LPs. Although these days everybody seems to do it, so big fun. Behind us we have some fantastic. I love this selection behind us. Cocktails with Caballero is actually a pretty good
We happen to have
Martini Time is fab, just a great damn record. But we got all the Martini records in the Douglas because Kings.
We also have music, martinis, and memories back there.
If you have a few of those martinis, there won't be any memories.
I demand an 8-track, Amy says.
Oh, you do?
I was just thinking, yeah, Eric just said, didn't They Might Be Giants release a cylinder once? I know didn't they do an 8-track?
No. As far as I know, they haven't done 8-track, but...
Who did an 8-track?
In 1992, there was a promo 8-track of Break Like the Wind by Spinal Tap. I believe this was a dummy and it did not actually play their music. That was an oversight, because I've heard of other bands who have actually done an 8-track that will play. So, Amelot, do you...
I love They Might Be Giants,
Amelot, can you play an 8-track tape?
Palos.
Because I could make such an item. And maybe I need to talk to Tony about that. He needs a good gag gift. Would be pretty hilarious. The Giants, what they did was they recorded onto a cylinder. They literally onto a vintage blank cylinder at the Edison Museum.
Is that the one that's like, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah.
I can hear you.
And the lyrics are perfect. I could just barely hear you. So they were singing and playing into like a big horn onto a cylinder, and that got reproduced onto the album, which at the time was compact disc.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know if they've had any plans to release a cylinder, but other groups have. Check Discogs. This is craziness, but there it is. You can do all sorts of things.
A cylinder. Why would you release a cylinder?
For the sake of it.
3 people could play it.
Oh, was it Chris from the Waitresses actually released an album that he had recorded on like
Peter says
10 different recording
real
devices.
to real.
Well, that too, Pete.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to tell you.
Why not do all the formats?
You're going to provide the blank because I'm well out of software on that. So.
An interesting response to our "Can you hear me now?"
Yeah.
world. Exactly.
Yeah. Can I? On this thing, no. Hello. Hello. You know, I was actually at the office today, and yesterday when I'm talking about today. Yesterday I was coming back and I got on a conference call. I go to the street in Manhattan and it's like nothing, absolutely nothing on it. Jeez. Good thing somebody sent the PowerPoint afterwards. You know. This purchase.
Oh, Dime, I love it. Oh, Lisa, good. I'm so glad you'll love it. You will love it.
Hello. So obviously that homeschooling experience led to positive aspects. Isn't that cool?
Oh, Kate Palace says, I like to watch a channel with the guy who restores music boxes.
Oh, the big perfect wheels, yeah.
Oh, nice. I love it.
I know. So, Kate, interestingly enough, when we play LPs, we're playing them on a Thorens, which used to be a Swiss company, now it's German. Started out in the 1880s making music boxes, that exact type of device. And since they were familiar with that, they graduated to gramophones, and then they went to really good gramophones.
Yes, I'm gonna take a second too to give a shout out to Dime's daughter.
Yes, please.
Yes, for graduating with honors and beginning her journey to becoming a teacher.
That's hardcore.
That's wonderful.
Many people these days.
Birdhouse in Your Soul. I love that song.
Oh, please.
Yes.
It's killing.
Yay, gramophones.
Yeah. Yay for gramophone. I support them all.
Love it.
There are a lot of them on the market. Anybody's like, I'd really like to buy records. It's like you can find a very reasonably priced turntable. And if you're totally confused at the number out there, PM me, and we'll talk, because there's all sorts of price levels. And I tell you, there are brands I would not recommend. I don't really want to scream them out on the air, but there are brands that I would definitely recommend.
We'd rather talk about the Martini Kings.
Martini Kings! You know, who do have an LP record in the back of us, and do have a compact disc in front of us. And here's
which you can purchase on Rum Bar Records.
The aforementioned Cantaloupe Island. And it's 20 minutes in, and what's in my hand?
I know. That's something. I offered to make 2 martinis.
Maybe I should have taken that.
Okay.
Maybe I should have taken that off.
I feel like we need a way to. I can't see that there.
No.
I feel like we need a way to do this. I'm going to show the poster again.
Please do show.
It's by Shag. The artwork is by Shag.
Isn't it cool?
That is so exciting. We love Shag. So.
Well, you know, Shag art is in
and you get this little poster in your CD.
Signs by 10-inch LP.
It's
I love that.
Great.
So
Hi,
cool.
Kalaka Boy. Good
Kalaka.
to see you. I have not had a chance yet, Kalaka Boy. Thank you for the link. I'm going to watch it this weekend. Paul is going to be out, and I am going to watch it this weekend. Unless he wants to watch it. Oh, Julie ordered one too. Yay! Unless he wants to watch it, and then I'll wait till Sunday. But
I will be interested.
Okay, then I'll wait until Sunday to watch
We'll
it.
do that. So anyway, I'm going to make. I decided for doing martinis, we should do the Martini Variations, which actually sounds like a great name for another Martini Kings album,
Put it up
doesn't
here,
it?
but I don't want it to fall.
Yeah, truth. There we go.
It's gonna fall.
It's actually holding still. Martini Kings with Martini time. I love it. I love it.
All right, I want to know where you can see it.
The Martini Variations are vast, although basically they're all variations on a theme. Some like them with vodka. All right.
Okay, Palace, you're not the only one who likes good packaging.
No, please. Good
I'm a
packaging
sucker
sells
for
it.
myself.
Do you notice that all these Rum Bar records have really cool packaging? The CDs fold out. They have stuff inside. You know, they have great art. I was looking at some of the other things I got from Lumen. I'm like, this thing is like really elaborate. So, big fun. Anyway, so I'm going to do the first variation is what was potentially the original Martini, the Martinez. Now, if I make this exactly the way it is, I can't because I'm out of that kind of gin. So I'm going to vary this up a bit. We're going to go with 2 ounces of Geneva. I don't have the old Tom. This thing was originally a sweet drink, believe it or not.
All right.
Geneva is not sweet.
I don't know if we've ever made a Martinez on this show.
Might have been, it was a long time ago, long time ago. But
So
I'm going to
long,
make this
I don't remember it.
the way that I would think I might make this. But with the ingredients, and it's going to be a sweeter drink, and I'm going to see if I even like it. You'll see. But it's not going to be as terrible as that last thing I made in the air, which was terrible. So let's go with this. Okay.
Last week, you mean?
Well, maybe a couple weeks ago. 2 ounces.
She made something that was gross a couple of weeks taste.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
Okay.
2 ounces of the Geneva. This actually calls for sweet vermouth. Actually, it calls for originally a wine glass of vermouth. That's a 2-ounce pour. So more vermouth than the gin. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm doing more gin than vermouth. But I'll do 1 ounce of the vermouth and see what this gets us.
You said, right?
Sweet.
Okay.
And that even itself sounds a little too much. But interestingly enough, I'm doing half an ounce. I'm going to do half an ounce of this because I wonder if this is going to lead us to where I think it might lead us.
I think I spelled Geneva wrong. I spelled it
EVER.
EVER? Oh. Okay.
Geneva, of course.
Because Geneva seems to be like a sneaker company or something.
Geneva, of course, is
I tried to spell check myself.
Dutch for juniper, which is a major flavoring ingredient. What else goes in this thing? This is actually riffing off of the Jerry Thomas formula, which is very 19th century. A lot of fun to figure that stuff out. The gin.
Oh. Yeah, Amy. That would be amazing. Anyway, what?
Anyway, we're out of maraschino, so I'm going to use some of this cherry. And I think I'll use a cherry. So I got to get this.
Okay, so it's just the Geneva and the sweet vermouth
so far, and I'm going to use like just a few drops worth of a cherry flavored substance.
So far, I think this is going weird places. But
oh yeah.
Okay.
But definitely. And did I bring the Bokers, which is right there?
Yes, you did.
You could retrieve them, please. That'll take a good solid 2 dashes of that. That ought to take this back down to reality. Because so far it's kind of sweet, and your thing is kind of weird.
I do.
I do say that. So I'm going to actually, I always pour these because there's no shaker top. So I got to say that is 2 dashes. Bokers has been off the market forever, except that it's back on the market. This is bitter truth. They found an ancient bundle of Bokers and put it through the gas chromatograph so they could tell you what the hell was in there. And then they adjusted because you always have to do that. And they came up with this. And you know what? It is unique and good.
John, it has been so hot here.
Oh yeah, I was
crazy.
I was in Manhattan today, schwitzing my bazongs off, and now we're here.
Oh, Jesse, yeah, REM, yeah,
Please.
yep.
And I was saying to myself
packaging.
that I must get out of these wet clothes and into a dry Martini Kings album. So here we go. Shake.
68 and great right now there.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, allow that to settle. Grab this guy.
Yeah,
it was chilled.
The last few days have just been broiling. I went into the city on Monday, and the high was supposed to be like 71. I think it was like 85. I was broiling.
I'm going to take.
Oops.
A
I need
cherry.
to do that. Okay.
This actually recommends a cherry garnish.
Uh-huh.
And as a sweet drink, makes a lot more sense than the olives. And do we have? Yeah, we do. Okay.
Okay.
Take a pick.
Got it.
And
Right.
shake, strain, pour. Now,
All right, I'm
interestingly
eager to
enough,
try this.
what I basically made is a contemporary Manhattan formula with the Geneva.
Yes.
Why might that even work?
John is correct. The tornado reports across the country are scary. I hope no one's in the path of a tornado.
Why might this even work? Because Geneva is a very malty-tasting product. And interestingly, you'll find Martini formulas from the 19th century that call for gin. And you're like or Manhattan formulas, they call for gin. What the hell are they talking about?
That's actually pretty good. I like that better than I expected to.
And I think it's because if I made this with gin, you'd say, well, sweet with gin, not a great idea. And that is, but the original Martini formulas were using the Italian vermouth, sweet vermouth. So anyway, we tried this out. I think it's pretty awesome. The Martinis, I'm adjusting substantially, and I think there is a more contemporary formula.
You're adjusting to your drink.
I'm adjusting to my taste because I'm thinking if it was more of the sweet to the gin, I'd say, even if that's how Jerry Thomas did it. It's been a long time since Jerry Thomas. I mean, cheers to the classics, which we're listening to right now too.
Cheers to the Martini Kings and to Rum Bar Records.
Cheers to the Martini. Cheers to the Martinez. Cheers to Lou. Thank you for making this happen, my friend. Oh boy. Schwitzing in Boston, baby. It's getting beastly in Manhattan, and it is merely the end of May.
77.
One hesitates to
75 in Chicago.
Hesitates to think about August, but I think it's a good place to get out of town, is what I think. But we're not going to do that. But you know what we are going to do? We're going to show
There's
up.
nowhere to go.
There isn't anywhere to go. But so you know what we do? I will demonstrate. We show up to, say, Bryant Park because that's proximate to my office now. And if I have to go in, it's like, well, damn it, I'm going to go get some park action. And she might have an appointment, and then she meets me afterwards, and I show up with 2 of these. And I say, here, have your coffee. Oh, excellent, and it doesn't contain coffee.
Yeah.
What do you think is in there?
No coffee in there.
What's in there? Probably a Mai Tai.
What's in there now?
I think tea. Let's see.
Oh. I thought maybe you came home with a drink in your...
Oh, that would have been fun, but I didn't.
Oh, Kalaka Boy, yeah. Oh, about to enjoy a bubble milk tea. Nice, okay.
Anyway.
Oh, K Palace. I love Duran Duran. I'm a huge Duran Duran fan. So, yeah.
One time.
I celebrate their entire catalog.
I normally do not, but I got to tell you, I've been listening to a lot more of their
Lisa,
catalog,
I know,
and I've been
right?
enjoying it. So
I love having the music,
I think
too.
they improve with age, like many things. Do we have...
we do.
We do, on deck. Boom, 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 boom.
Hello.
Oh, how you doing? Aloha.
Aloha. How are you doing?
Oh,
I'm doing good.
I'll go.
All right. Do we need to turn the music down a little bit?
Maybe. Yeah, it's
All right.
actually...
We're just going to turn the music down slightly so we can hear you.
I gotta find the right remote. It's in there somewhere.
God damn you.
Jeez. Technical problems on stage. Hey, Tony, can you turn that down, please? Okay. Yeah, there we
You kids and your damn music.
go. God damn it. I swear to God.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
So where in the world are you right now?
Los Angeles.
Okay.
Where are
All
you?
right. Yep.
Oh,
We're in Middletown, New
we're
York.
Middletown, New York. We're Orange County. The other OC.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
We didn't know if you were touring somewhere or,
I'm touring right here in my kitchen.
My
All
kitchen.
right. I love it. I love the tiki right there.
Yes, that's very cool.
Every kitchen should have one.
So checking online, I think Cruzados are on tour right now.
No, Cruzados were on tour the last 2 springs. I missed the good tiki festivals, but I had fun in Europe. So
Okay, excellent.
It's a
All
good
right.
off.
I missed right, but that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, but I love this track, by the way. This is on the LP behind us, and it's awesome that it's
Yes.
featured on the disc. And here we go. This is the thing I already know, people. This is what we're watching tonight.
oh.
Yes. Bing, bing, bing.
From Rum Bar Records.
Yes.
I love it. Lou Mansdorf put the whole package together. Those guys do a great job, as I think I heard you mention when I was coming on.
Yeah.
They always they're really cool with the graphics and the tunes. They know how to put it all together. So I was psyched when they asked me to put this out as our 40th anniversary that we're celebrating with this release. So.
Yeah, that's some kind of awesome. I mean, I was hearing some
Hi,
interview
Gettysburg, man.
that said like Kings have been going since what 81 maybe.
81. It's actually more than 40 years. It just took a little while to get this one out, but
Wow.
Yeah, that happens.
That is amazing.
There's a few things happened like 3 or 4 years ago that might have delayed, but yeah, that's cool. That's very good. And your full catalog is something like 25 albums.
I think it's 27 actually.
27.
27.
But count.
Overachieving.
But who's counting? Yeah, so true. So this one over here is actually having a martini.
It's disappearing rather quickly.
Yeah, it's hot here.
Not gonna lie.
Is it hot where you guys are?
It's hot enough.
It's so hot.
It's hot enough.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. It's been humidity up. It's been 80s during the day, probably 60s at night. So it's it's kind of nice. You get up in the morning and then it's like 30 degrees later. You're like,
Yeah.
we got it. We got it. And I'm enjoying the Martinez
Nice
cocktail.
night in LA, so it's a nice breeze where I am right now, and
Great.
Send some our way.
my new puppy's sleeping right next to me. Maybe I'll wake her up and bring her up on the camera soon.
Oh, do
Excellent.
it.
Excellent. Excellent.
But then she'll start barking the whole show,
In that life. So I see you got the memo about the color combination on the shirts.
Mhm.
Excellent, much appreciated.
Well, I got to say, I wasn't wearing this. Of course, I had to match you guys. So,
Oh.
we're all
Yeah.
matchy, like they say, right?
Yes.
That's very cool. That's very cool. And
So,
what else can we say? So our Martini Kings gigs upcoming. What's going on?
Well, it's Tiki season right now. We just wrapped up Tiki Oasis, Arizona, Tiki Caliente, Palm Springs, and now it is like Tiki time for people wanting to have backyard fun swinging parties. And we still do our corp. We just played the Greek theater. I'm not the Greek, the what's it called? Oh, my mind's blank right now. The other night, we got a lot of mostly just tiki parties coming up for the summer right now, and then we'll get back
Oh, that's great.
to the jazz and the lounge stuff in the fall. October's really busy with all the lounge and swinging stuff.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Any plans to venture into other parts of the country? Will we see you on our coast, perhaps?
Well, we hope so. We're trying to get back there. You know, we've been a few different places. We've been over to Europe with Martini Kings. We go to Vegas, Palm Springs, the obvious places, and Florida. We've been to Hukilau, but we're still trying to get to New York. So maybe I'll send a postcard to someone and say, get us on a gig there, and we'll come and make the East Coast again. You know, we are from Philadelphia. We're not that, you know, we're not really strangers to New York. So
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was reading a little backstory, and I think it was impossible for you to grow up where you did without picking up 3 instruments and listening to all of that and not say, like, I want to play all of this. And yeah, you're going to be familiar with the entire thing. Philly music scene in that period, Boston in that period, New York in that period. Hello.
We'd love to get there. Yeah, we grew up around music. My brother was a jazz cat and just a lover, him and his wife. And they got me started at a pretty ripe young age, you know. And we when we moved to LA from Philadelphia in 1980, we put the Martini Kings together, which was, for people that don't know, originally called the Hoagie Kings, the name of our dad's and uncle.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But we thought Martini would be a little more appealing, you know, than a big greasy hoagie.
If you stuck with the name, then people would come to the shows and say, "Yeah, could I get like the Italian BMT special and with that sauce on it?" You know, and we'd be making sandwiches out of the truck the whole time.
Well, we could do that.
You could do that.
I know how to make sandwiches. I got a good job I can go back on if this doesn't work out.
Which is awesome. Yeah, I was thinking of some things that I wanted to. You have those questions that they ask musicians. You know what? So your favorite color is and your sign is, like from the back of a Jackson 5 record. I'm like, yeah, let's get the stupid questions out.
Dean B. Yeah.
Dean B. Yeah. What's you know, Mark loves the following. You know, whereas Paul Revere loves this. And jeez, these kind of things. The inanity. But first instrument that you picked up that you're like, yeah, this is it.
My brother, first of all, we come from a line of drummers. My brother was a jazz drummer. My uncle was a drummer. And I kind of broke the mold when my brother came home with an old bass one day, old Epiphone 60s bass that he got for like $100 somewhere. And he said, play this. If you play this, you'll always work. And it's been about, I don't know, how long has it been? 45 years I've been working. So I think my brother Frank was right. You know, he's always
at a right side. Can the question of, like, you know, your favorite instrument comes up, and I'm thinking, yeah, but can you ever have too many basses?
Well, I'm the kind of guy most bass players can't. I've played every kind of bass, and I've owned every kind of bass. But when you're a working musician, you sell all your basses so that you could keep doing what you love to do. And a lot of my other friends who are dentists and doctors have a ton of basses and guitars, but they don't play them much. So
yeah,
it's a trade-off. I don't usually stuff that I don't play on tours that much. So I'm not your typical collector.
Dang it, I can hear that. What is your axe that you're like, this is it? This is so easy to play. I love this machine.
Well, the easiest one I'm used to is my vintage Fender P basses, my electric basses. 60s, you know, and 70s. But the one that I really love to play is my upright bass, my old K. I got a 53 that I play my acoustic, but I haven't been playing that too much these days because I yanked my shoulder out of joint trying to move an amplifier late at night.
Oh, jeez.
Even though I did just play it the other night. Yeah. But that one sounds really cool, and I love playing that one. But the electric is really easy, and you can rock out more. And I kind of like to rock out. You know, even when I'm playing lounge music, I'm not too stuffy.
Okay, so Andy has a question for you.
Yeah.
Andy is ringing in from Facebook. What
Oh.
kind of cheese do you prefer on your cheesesteak?
There you go.
What's that?
What kind of cheese do you prefer on your cheesesteak?
Cheese whiz, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
He's going with the whiz.
Going with the whiz.
He's going with, not without.
Okay, and John on YouTube is asking, what was your first exposure to Exotica?
Well, my first was just after I bought the Book of Tiki the year that it came out. I couldn't believe that by Sven Kirsten, the godfather of Tiki. I couldn't believe that there were other people that actually like this stuff. I was freaking.
Everyone seems to feel like that. Yeah.
You know.
And I read the whole book front to back, and I knew that I was kind of in my head. I thought I was on to something with Exotica and rummaging through old records and Martin Denny records and things like that. And that was my first exposure, just going through old record stores and finding these mostly just great looking album covers that we would collect for 10 cents. And then when you would get time, you'd be like, oh, maybe I'll put this old creepy looking album on or something. And then I heard what was coming out of it, and I was hooked on Exotica from then. It's just the sound that just kind of took me. My brother too, we just loved it, and it really lent itself to my brother's playing on the vibraphone and his jazz background. It's the perfect combination,
Yeah.
I have heard, because people are like, well, what is Exotica music? And I'll look at it and I'm like, well, as far as I can tell, it's basically like a Latin combo with a hell of a lot of auxiliary percussion with really good jazz players.
Yeah, you gotta play jazz in it for sure. And there's some great rhythms. It's all about percussion, and we try and do that live these days. My girlfriend Janelle plays percussion. We got a full percussion set up, exotic, type percussion, and we mix it up with piano, vibraphone, guitar, that kind of thing. But all my players for the years, and I've had a lot of people, me and my brother have had a lot of people come in and out of the fold because they move on and get famous with other bands and tour, and we're like the breeding ground, the Martini Kings for a lot of musicians, and we love to see them move on and get out there and flap their wings and head out from the nest. But we miss them. But we've had a lot of people that come in and play with us over the years, and they brought all these different influences into the band, and we're grateful for that. We have a lot of them on the new Rum Bar record. It's because it's kind of like a best of for 4 years. So there's many players on that record that we credit.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's all over the place, and I mean, so many voices. It's really a great retrospective of a lot of different styles and types of things you can throw in there.
Yeah, it's a pick. When you got a lot of records out, like we do a lot of genres. We do like a lounge surf thing. I realized I didn't even have any of that on the record. There's a lot of things, and I have a whole other ukulele side we do, and I don't think there's even any of that on the record. It's just how do you pick from like 27 albums your favorite songs? It's
20 tracks. How the hell is that going to come down? It's so true.
Yeah.
It's terrible. That's why this is volume 1, and there'll be like there'll be like a 10 volume set like Zappa was trying to do, and
that's right.
There you go. Collect improvisations of the Martini Kings. I'm listening to the idea of a lot of people come and go, and then they form other great groups, and it's kind of like you guys are like the Blues Breakers of Exotica.
Hey, a little bit, yeah. It's cool. We like it, man. It's always fresh when new guys come in with their influences and bring something new to the band, and that's what keeps us going, because we're basically always just been a trio. My brother Frank on vibes, me on upright. And our drummers. So
yours, yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of kicks. I believe, did we see you at Tonga Hut, Palm Springs, circa 2014? 10 years ago. Good grief. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think so.
You probably did. I'm sure you did. I was hoping you weren't going to say the one in North Hollywood, because I just saw a picture from that gig, and I was playing in a diaper. And it was New Year's Eve, Mike.
It was New Year's Eve. So,
no, definitely not that one. I would have remembered that.
That was not cool.
Yeah, but I'm saying to myself, I distinctly remember just going up to you and saying, do you mind if I take some video? And you're like, sure. Yeah. But that's the thing.
Yeah, I'm not one of those guys where I make you you put your cell phone in a case and zip it up. Oh, not while you're here. You know, I
Do
don't.
you want to promo your band? Have people take video and share it all over the goddamn place. That's just awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people make you put your phones away now at concerts. I get it, but
Really?
I don't care.
I don't know. We've seen some shows at large venues within the past few years, and it's like everyone has their phone out. And
Oh, I
I
know.
kind of think, I don't care how big you are and how you're trying to control this. There's no controlling any of it. Just let it rip. Let it rip. Build fans. Build fans.
Hey, it's the new cassette player that people used to hide under their hats and bootleg all the shows, you know.
I call him Rerun. Remember that episode of What's Happening where Rerun is
Did he do that?
part of the Doobie
The
Brothers?
Doobie Brothers, you know.
I
Hilarious.
it used to really, when we first got together, it used to really freak me out because he had this honking cassette.
That big.
Well, by today's standards, it is.
Yeah, it was kind
and
of
he
big.
would like record concerts.
I just like to take shows. That's all.
Hey, would you give me the tonic, please?
Going your way. All right. So
I'm gonna make a gin and tonic because I had a really big martini and I'm trying to be good.
gotta dial it down.
I don't swear I won't have
That
another
was
one.
my mother's favorite. I like that. It's
No,
very
Really?
no.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
It's
classy.
it's a squirt cap.
It's large. It's full of fluid. It's fizzy. It's frankly sort of adult Gatorade. So that's it. We support.
It's
such.
very East Coast, actually.
What soda?
I feel like a gin and tonic is very East
Oh,
Coast.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right.
Definitely not. I'm still enjoying the Martinez cocktail. I decided to try it.
Oh, Andy. Yeah, Andy's asking when Martini Kings are coming to the East Coast. They're trying to get back.
We were
They're trying to get back here.
asking that very question.
Yes.
So yeah, oh definitely. So if anybody has a venue and is like, you know, in booking and all that, it's like, talk to Tony. He's right here.
I know.
His information is right there, suckers.
Let's get him. Let's
This
get
is
him
the
back
time.
to the East.
We're
They
talking.
know where to reach me. I'm always I'm kind of everywhere on Facebook and here and there, and I don't try and hide too much, so anyone could find me, track me down.
Try
That
to-
could be bad though, actually.
Well, yeah, depending, you know.
Depending what
I got a great gig for you. The pay is not so great. In fact, there's no pay. You know. Ha. Yeah. Right. Yeah. But anyway. But when.
Oh, Dime says come to Fitzgerald's in Chicago.
Oh, I've played Fitzgerald's a million times.
There you
Okay.
Not with Martini Kings. I used to play with a pop singer-songwriter, Matthew Sweet, for 14 years.
Okay.
And we used to play Fitzgerald's a lot. I played there with John Doe's band, and I played there so many times, Fitzgerald.
Wow. Okay.
We love Chicago. We played Chicago so many times.
Oh, Rum Bar Showcase. This is Lou. Rum Bar Showcase. If you want to book Martini Kings for East Coast Fests, let us know.
Absolutely.
Dr. Lou. There we
Dr.
go.
Lou.
We set it up. That's why we're here. Yeah, I was about to say if I was, you know, we jumped right into this because, you know, Tony doesn't waste any time here. But that's because he has no time to waste. He's a practicing musician, and, you know, by the way, make sure I get paid. But I would say, well, if I had a chance to intro, I'd say, well, Tony has played with the following and list like 1,000 things. And I'd say, has Tony played with everybody? No. But I think he's played with all the really cool people.
Wow. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes on, and like the particular scenes we're talking about, Los Angeles, 1982. This was like loaded with bands. They're all great bands.
Well, you know, the older, and if you're still kicking, the credits add up. You know, I'm still kicking it, so I guess I'll continue to play with people. You know, that's how it goes. You know.
This is the thing. It's so great. I mean, we're listening to it right now. Again, folks, the album
I'm going
is
to drop
available.
the link again.
The link is going to be dropped again. Rum Bar Records, Martini Kings. And
Here, I'll do a commercial too.
Enchanted Lovers. Yes, please.
All right, good.
I will shut up.
I'll show the visual. Rum Bar Records release. And the cool thing is, which you said, there's a really cool poster inside
Hello.
with tons of pictures over the years. I'm not sure you'll know anybody, but we're all in there, the
Look
musicians.
carefully.
Oh, I think I will.
But on the other side is boom, boom, boom.
Bill Martin.
Shag.
Love that.
Yeah,
Love that.
Shag's awesome. And Shag did our last release as well on vinyl, but that sold out years ago. So a lot of people are have been asking about Shag because we perform at Shag. In fact, I'll be there at the Shag store this Saturday in Palm Springs. Commercial.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you're lucky enough to be in Palm Springs,
Check.
Yeah.
Shag stores on Saturday.
But
I was saying that the insert, the fold out, I was holding it up to an LP over here and saying, this is like exactly the same. This is like a 10-inch LP cover.
yeah, it's like 10-inch. Yeah.
I was thinking like, so now people are thinking, hey, can I get this on 10-inch LP? I'm like, well, there's 20 tracks, so that's going to be like about 5 albums worth and fold out,
Right.
Hi, Dan. So I was just looking at the pictures on the back of the poster because I saw on your website there was a picture of you with Nancy Sinatra, who I'm obsessed with Nancy Sinatra.
Oh yeah.
So
because
package is it? I don't think it's there, but yeah, Nancy.
I don't.
She goes to the Shag store, and we've run into her a few times there. And in fact, we butchered Boots Are Made for Walking. Well, she
gotta do it.
We had, but she was very cool and really sweet to us. And yeah, I love that whole history out there in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Sinatra and the Rat Pack, they all used to hang out there, and Sammy and Dean, and that's why I love going out there. There's great history.
So I was thinking, like, another inane question would be, all right, set the Wayback Machine. It's 1983. You have your choice.
Mm-hmm.
You're either going to offer to, keep rocking, and maybe you're going to meet up with Clive Davis, or we got a tour where you could actually be supporting Jack Jones and Sammy Davis Jr. on a whole string of cabaret dates. What do you choose?
Man, that's a tough one, right?
Seriously.
I don't know. That's a tough one, but it reminds me when we were young. My brother's a couple years older than me, and he was very schooled, my brother, in jazz. So we got the call one day. The drummer couldn't show up at the Philadelphia Spectrum, which is the big arena there, and Sam was playing. And Frank got the call to go down and fill in until the drummer could show up. And I remember going down with the family.
Oh, cool.
And of course, my dad loved that. Only so he could boast about it all the time, which was typical dad, But going down to the Spectrum to see my brother, drum with Sammy Davis was pretty cool, So we love that. But what would I do? Man, I would figure out a way to do them both, actually.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to turn down a great rock tour, which I've done a lot of, and it's hard for me. And I love Martini King style and what we do. That would be a real tough call. I'd negotiate on that one and say I'll do both of them. We just got to figure out some timing.
Yeah.
Bingo. It reminds me, I heard an interview with one of the guys from the Four Preps, just to get into the wheelhouse on this thing, on WFMU maybe about 6 months ago, talking about, they were in the Army at the time, and they had to get time off for 3 days and get flown into Las Vegas to play some gigs. And they go in, they play 4 nights worth of gigs, and then they go back on the plane, and what are they doing? They're cleaning the toilets on the plane. It's like, yeah, baby.
The life of a musician.
Listen, baby.
Hey, what do you gonna...
Can you do both? Yeah, well.
Okay, so John on YouTube is asking if you've had any run-ins with Quentin Tarantino, because he thinks...
Actually, yes. I've been in a few movies with him, believe it or not.
Okay, John, there you go. Yeah.
Let's see. A lot of the times the guys in Martini Kings have been called to be in different movies, like when they need that bass player.
Right.
Or this or that. And we've been in movies I've been in Roadhouse, and our other guys have been in the TV show Friends, a bunch of different things. But we're just basically playing ourselves. But I was in one movie where he was the bartender. It was called Somebody to Love. It featured Anthony Quinn.
Okay.
Yeah. And Quentin is that who you said? Quentin, right?
Yeah. Yep.
He played the bartender in the movie.
Okay.
Somebody to Love. It's another one of those movies that came and went. Had a great cast: Harvey Keitel, Rosie Perez, Anthony Quinn, Steve Buscemi would dance to us dressed as a woman for a dime a dance while we performed in the bar.
How have I missed this?
Quentin served drinks. So your question. I was involved with him with that, and also we have a little connection going back to other movies like a movie called Desperado and From Dusk Till Dawn. We have a connection there with him as well. I hope I answered that, and not to run on, but I like to get.
Oh, not at all.
No, that's great. That's the remedial watching right there.
Paul's also making a gin and tonic.
I decided I was jealous because my martinis was over. So.
I like your setup there. It looks really colorful and fun.
Oh, thank you.
Please.
Yeah.
Does the whole bedroom look like that, or is it just this area?
Oh no, it's the whole room. It's really the whole house.
There's different colors, but yes, we go here and there,
Yes.
and we haven't even been to the tiki room today. Oh boy.
Like it.
It's so hot. Our tiki room is our enclosed porch.
Oh yeah.
So when it's sunny and hot, it's
Yeah.
beastly out there.
A little heavy.
Yeah, it's
Got to get better windows and install some HVAC, and then we can be out there. So, that's much better. Yeah, this is like sort of the ultimate tennis drink. You're out there broiling on the court. You're like, oh, another one of these, please. 15 of them later.
Why do you think people play tennis?
I think that's exactly why they play tennis.
I'll have to try that next time I play pickleball.
Next time I play pickleball.
I've still never played pickleball. Can you believe it?
Me either.
That's bigger. Oh.
Oh, Andy says you're always welcome at A Panda's Tiki Lounge.
Which we actually shot up.
Exactly is that? I'd have to know where that is.
It's in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
So, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bethlehem?
Very, very cool. Very cool.
Bethlehem. Well, I went to school in Kutztown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Kutztown State. I'm a dropout from Kutztown State.
Okay.
we can say that in the air, folks.
Yes.
Well, you're always welcome here too.
Thank you.
We would throw a party if we knew you were coming.
We have had some musicians play here a few times.
You have?
Dan on this broadcast has played with the Clams. And
we've had Ninth Wave.
We've
had the Loungeliers.
I've played, yes.
Yeah.
And of course we've had Silver Joe actually played
here.
here
That's right.
because he was playing in the area. And then just last year he said, yeah, I had a great time last year. Can we play your backyard again?
From Italy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lorenzo gave us a call and we said, yeah, we'll put together a party. So that worked. And if the Kings are touring the coast, did you want to play our backyard?
We love backyard parties. They're always the most fun out of everything. And I've played big places, but I still love playing little. My favorite gigs are the smallest bars and the backyard parties because they're always the best. Probably because everybody gets really lit.
Lou just reminded me, Ken Fox played here too.
Oh, that's true. Yes, because he
played our dining room. Not our backyard.
Not the backyard, but it was during a regular broadcast. So yeah, that's true. It was, I think, our first live music that we did was Ken Fox.
Yes.
You know, like minutes before lockdown. So it was like, okay,
it was
our
right
first and
before
last
lockdown.
for a while. But
that's fun.
Yeah. But yeah, actually during lockdown we had the Clams played back there because they couldn't play anywhere else. So that worked. That worked really well.
Yeah.
You just got such a nice comment.
A few shows. That was a boring time.
Yes.
I was going to say, John on YouTube just said the coolest part of Martini Kings is your ability to be retro or vintage, but swing right into the modern shag dance party. Love your James Bond vibe.
Yeah.
Well, I try not to, like I said, I try not to make Martini Kings too stuffy all these years. Me and my brother were like, we love jazz and like we're fans of it, but at the same time, we like to throw a good party when we play. So people do ask me, like, we do a lot of these corporate kind of stuffy events. People for movies and things like that. That it's usually a pretty upper stuffy crowd, and a lot of times people think, oh well, Martini Kings can't rock out at all. But if you go to any of our YouTube clips and see us. The other side of us, doing our tiki or fun thing. There's a couple sides, so we like to have fun. We like to have a party when we play. But thanks, I appreciate that. That's a compliment. I try not to do one thing all the time, otherwise it gets boring.
Oh yeah, seriously. The variation in the styles is awesome. I've seen jazz bands who basically just play one particular thing. They're great. But you think, can you guys ever because bands back in the day, you think about it in the '60s, we're always looking for a hit too, and then something kind of R&B that would play on the jukeboxes, and you'll see like those singles hit the charts.
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah,
why shouldn't Coltrane make a buck once in a while? Boom.
We like playing all different things. I mean, my favorite fun thing to do, and I guess it's like they used to do in the old lounges. I love playing like people sitting around and just requesting songs, and usually someone in the band will know it and we'll try it, and that makes it fun because most of us haven't played it before. So I'll sit around and we take requests all the time when we do our gigs, and we ask people to give us what they want, tell us what they want to hear, and we'll do it. We love it. That's what makes it fun, so.
What is the strangest request you've had?
There we go.
Well, we get so many dumb requests that are so out of our genre, and I don't know. I mentioned down at Tiki Caliente because we had a young couple come up at a wedding, and they wanted it's real obvious the genre that we do, and then people come up. This couple came up. It was I think they just got engaged, and they wanted to hear their song, which was Hotel California. Now,
okay.
Mind you, I've actually, I've done work with Don Henley. I know those guys, and I respect what they do, even though it's not my favorite kind of music. But so what we do in that case is we'll just pick a jazz standard, and in this case, we just pick the song "Sway," and I put the lyrics to it, like "Welcome to the Hotel California, California, California," And they come up to us when we're done and go, "Oh, that's the best version. We love that." And so, like, you can't even screw up sometimes when you want to. People like it. It's crazy, So we get a lot of dumb requests. We'll get like Madonna and stuff. And
okay,
I mean, I like Madonna's cool, but we don't do Madonna. Come on.
No, I know. That's what Madonna's for.
You just got a request from Dime for War Pigs.
Oh. All right. Cool.
There you go. Well, I think about the fact that you listen to like at least the first one or two albums from Black Sabbath, and like the bass playing is extremely jazzy, and you're like, you really could put that kind of thing in there.
Yeah, it is kind of surprising.
I think it's where they came from. I'm thinking of the fact that I have a standard practice of when we are at a resort location and there's a band, I will make requests.
I was going to bring this up, but I didn't know if I should.
I might as well, because it's the fun part of the fun part, and it's our show, although it's our guest, and he has been playing for 75 years, so he knows all of these sort of things, all of the inane requests. But like we've been at corporate events where like we'll see a band who actually strongly resembles the Martini Kings, and I'll go up and I'll say, "Do you take requests?" And the guy looks at me like, "What?" And I'll say, "How about Maiden Voyage, Herbie Hancock?" "Oh yeah, we can do that." That's my standard request. But my request at these resort places is, can you guys play Quiet Village?
Yeah.
And the time that we did that, and it was Trader Vic's Los Angeles when that was a thing.
Sure.
I think it was Halloween, and everyone's dressed in costumes.
Yes.
And the guy's like, "Oh, I think I know that." And he starts talking to the bass player, and he starts playing the pattern.
Yeah.
They bump around for about 8 bars, and then they just go into
Hotel California.
And I said,
Good one.
Okay.
So there's literally a standard gag where I request a thing, I get something else, and people just laugh, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, Marlon says,
I
"We
don't know
love
if
you,
we did
Tony. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave."
I'm looking at if we did Quiet Village, but we didn't do it on this one. But we've certainly done it over the years many times. But it's not on this one. But
I believe that we heard.
Hi, Casey.
Hi, Casey. Awesome. I think that we heard you guys play it at the Mike High, probably around 2009, and it was in the back section. And
in Florida?
Yeah.
Florida. And
Yeah.
I think Crazy Al was on drums. I'm kind of remembering that.
He's probably banging a coconut with a stick, more likely.
That sounds about right for Al, right?
Yeah.
And I just remember that it was just like the lighting was awesome, and it was a little smoky, and it was just like, this is the most amazing lounge show ever. It was so good. So
Al jumps up with us all the time on stage.
Yeah.
Crazy Al's the best. In fact, this is his tiki mug right here.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Al, please. There we go.
I love it.
It's not his tiki mug. That's just somebody going by.
That's evil. Evil, I tell you. Big one. But yes, I think that there's there's things that on the back of my head, like, magic gigs, and I'm like, oh no, that just nails it. That just nails it.
Well,
Beautiful experience.
not to plug something, but I did write a book about gigs.
Hello.
I'm just here for the gig.
Please plug.
Plug the book.
Plug away.
Plug the book and drop the link. That's what this show is all about.
Where is that? Oh, I just happen to have it right here.
Oh, you do?
Okay, good.
Well, that's very coincidental, Tony.
We love a plug.
It's 40 years of gigs right here in one book. It's called I'm Just Here for the Gig.
Yep.
And it's usually gigs that really went wrong and sideways. And it's not a typical, like, aren't we great? Look at this fabulous gig.
I need this.
They're all weird gigs that you only get from being in it when you've been as long as we have.
Yeah.
It's the odd gigs that you kind of remember. You don't remember the beautiful, fancy, great gigs. It's always when something goes wrong. And
All right, you're getting a request to read a passage.
From the book.
to read a passage. I could read a passage.
Okay, read a passage.
It might take,
Where
We got a
for a while.
request.
I don't know. It could take like 2 minutes or 3 minutes.
That's okay.
We got time.
We have
How
time.
about if I just sum up one
We got time.
Yeah, it's up
without
to you.
reading?
Yep.
Okay, here's a great gig. Let me see what it's called. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, please.
Out here in California, we have Cardinal Mahoney. He's very one of the big religious characters who eventually got, I think, kicked out of the priesthood, but he was a bigwig, and we were playing. We play for a billionaire named Rick Caruso, who has a yacht, and he ran for mayor this year in LA. We play for him, and he was throwing a big party for the opening of a new church at USC campus.
Oh, geez.
Cardinal Mahoney was there, and it was filled with many priests, right, all in their vestments and their robes and all. And the Martini Kings had, I think, about a 7-piece band that night. And we were very quiet, in those events. It's just chill, right? You hear the clinking of the glasses, people drinking wine. Well, we get off the stage after playing about an hour, and one of the guys comes up to me and says, Cardinal Mahoney would like to meet you. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. He's like the whole head of the Catholic Archdiocese. And I'm thinking, wow, I could get gigs here for the next, rest of my life for the church. They have deep pockets, the church, as we know. So I go over, I put my hand out. He puts his hand out, smiling at me, shakes my hand, and continues to hold my hand really a long time. Now, he didn't release my hand, and he was just kept shaking and looking at me really creepy with beady eyes. And he said, let me ask you, how much would it take? I'll write you a check right now. Just give me any amount for you and your band to pack up your shit and get the hell out of here.
What?
And I'm like, I thought I was being punked, at first. And, my first reaction, because I'm from Philly, I wanted to kind of clock him in the head, but I was an older boy, so I'm not gonna pop the priest in the head, out of respect. But I'm looking at him like, you're joking, right? And he says, I didn't come here to listen to music. I came here to socialize and talk. So tell me your price, and I'll write you the check right now. Well, I wanted a really high price, but the truth was he didn't hire us. The other Mr. Caruso hired us, and he paid us fairly. So I just released his hand and walked away. But it winds up he was really, really drunk and falling over.
Wow.
And he was really obnoxious. But that's
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know if that's funny. It was more creepy than anything.
Yes, that's
Well,
freaking weird.
sometimes things that are creepy in the moment are funny.
You're always playing. There's always something weird. You're playing the classiest gig ever. Everybody's sipping martinis, decked to the nines, and next thing you know, there's a sewer line that breaks at the party.
Oh, yep.
People trying to ignore the fact that we're being gassed out to death with the worst toxic smell you could ever smell, and they continue to drink, and we continue to play like idiots, just like going down with the ship. But
Show must go on.
oh, did I say ship? I didn't mean that.
Down, folks. Down with the shit. I tell you,
For sure.
folks, please, this is not the Martini King stinking. It is something else that's happening in the venue. Don't worry about it. Good grief.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's just one story. There's about 40 different ones in the book.
Okay, so hold up the book again. Wait.
Yep. Well, let's actually see pictures, or it didn't happen. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm just here for the gig.
Yep.
And it can be found, I don't even know where, but Like if you go online, you'll find it somewhere. But
Yep.
Places
Yeah.
where one buys
Well, one
books.
buys
Yeah.
book, which is the
yes.
kick.
hmm
I'm buying it.
Did you say hello, Pepper Tree?
I did.
But the truth is, we're here for Rum Bar Records, not to plug my book, right?
Well, we're here for all sorts of
We're
things.
here for all of your plugging.
Rum Bar made this happen. Lou is here and is awesome, of course.
Lou is here?
Awesome.
But
Yeah.
Lou is here, yes.
Yep.
And
This is what we're plugging.
this is what we're playing right now.
You're listening to it. You hear it.
Martini
You like it.
Kings Enchanted Lovers
I like it.
Yeah.
on Rum Bar Records.
20 songs.
20 songs.
20 songs.
27 years worth of music. No, 40.
You haven't got a deal like that happen since KTEL Records presents.
Seriously. This thing is like, Ron Popeil is selling you this right now. This is the most amazing record ever made. It's pressed down to like polyvinyl chloride. You must buy this record. Do it today. Awesome.
Book getting plays.
Available on LP cassette and 8-track tape. 8-track tape, $8.95. There was actually a comment earlier from Amy wondering about formats and wondering if we could make this available on 8-track tape. And I told her, actually, yes, I could. Could you play it? So if you'd like an 8-track tape of this actual album, we could probably make that happen.
That could happen. I wouldn't hold your breath waiting for it, but it could happen.
It could happen. You never know.
That's okay. He can take care of that for you.
We could take care of that for you. Yeah. This is the thing. Anyway, fun stuff.
Oh, okay. I got another question for you.
There we go.
John is asking, what is your favorite memory from a Las Vegas gig? Casino, private party, celebrity, etc.
Oh, we've been to Vegas a lot of times. The Tropicana, we played their big 50th anniversary party. It was over the top. Really a great party. Man, I've played Vegas with other rock groups over the years and also had great times there. Probably really times, though, where we drank too much and stayed in our hotel room for about 3 days, recovering on the bathroom floor.
No.
That's what I remember about Las Vegas, but it's been a long time since we've done that.
Yeah, I bet.
We kind of earned the name Martini Kings. It didn't just happen. And we're very chill. And look, I just drink straight water.
Yeah. It's a way to go.
Staff of life. Every other drink should be water. I got one behind me right now. It's a good idea. I'm going to do that. That's why this is full of a lot of fluid, people.
Exactly.
But there's some gin in there too. There's gin in there. But the question that I was thinking of when I was thinking into the types of gigs types of venues that you played, because there was a mention somewhere of the infamous CBGBs. Now departed, although I believe you can find it at
Newark Airport.
Newark Airport has the
CBGB.
CB's pavilion that you can see. I don't vouch for their men's room, but I will actually say, okay, worst men's room you've ever seen in any type of venue. And this is fancy places.
You got it, CBGBs.
Oh, okay, there we go. That was easy. Yeah.
You got it.
But, notoriously horrifying.
It was a great place to play, you know. Yeah. What are you going to do? Where else are you going to go for that kind of atmosphere? You know, you got to pay big money for that. You know, now that they recreated that in museums across the country, you know that. They created in a museum the actual bathroom of CBGBs. How weird is that?
Extremely.
You know, normally that would be some sort of like horror exhibit of like the life of G.G. Allen, and like, and here it is, and like, you know, Metropolitan Museum would like to present the CBGB's men's room. It's like, ah!
Oh boy, okay, so the questions are coming fast and furious.
Hold on, you sparked a memory from CBGB's.
Dude.
I want to be sedated, nowhere to go, nothing to do. I want to be sedated. That's enough.
Yeah. Live show, people. We're going to get this kind of entertainment online.
Exactly.
We provide. But yeah.
I actually got my first record deal out of CBGB, so it's
really
onto the place. Yeah, that's where I got signed to Arista in 1985 by Clive Davis. But that's another story, another time.
Another story. Yes, true.
Another life.
Oh, more lifetimes. Well, I was thinking of the fact that I think our sort of median age in watching right now is what is called a lot of things. I would just call it the Repo Man generation, because somebody figured that part out.
Yeah.
Repo Man.
Who's on the Repo Man soundtrack? Hello.
Well, our old band, The Plugs, did the musical score actually to the movie, and then we are on the soundtrack. A couple songs with Iggy Pop and Circle Jerks, Fear, a lot of bands. I can't remember. Suicidal Tendency. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Suicidal is.
Yeah.
I used to just drive around and that was my soundtrack.
That was your cassette.
Repo Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was a movie. We had a ball working on that. It's the first time I ever got to like actually score like, you know, the background scenes in the movie and the chase scenes and it was like, it was so primitive. We were young and we had no idea what we were doing. We just went in a room and we watched all the rough takes on a little TV set and we just recorded watching the TV, watching it go down, you know, like that. Nowadays you'd be in a big screening room and this, but that's how it was. It was real low budge and I think that's what made the movie kind of cool, you know.
Exactly, that's perfect for Repo Man.
It was sort of like a kind of a microcosm of doing some sort of Blake Edwards thing, and you got, you know, Henry Mancini in the Hollywood soundstage, and it's like, you know, hey Plaz, could you give me just like a little more low end, and there we go. Oh, but much cheaper. And I've heard,
but punk.
And in terms of that, Alex Cox got the gig to do the movie. He does it, he finishes it, and then like the head of the studio was like, this is so antisocial. I'm not even going to do anything with this, you know. So it just became a movie immediately, you know.
Oh,
yeah. It was just like they wouldn't do anything with it. It was almost like that first Black Flag Damage getting completely railroaded by their record company.
Mm-hmm.
We're veering off here, but this is totally their territory. This is exactly it. And for say, but then it became this huge underground hit, and you know everybody wanted to see it.
It's all because of Alex Cox. He was just one quirky dude. He used to come to all the punk gigs. Him, John Belushi, a lot of people you wouldn't expect that show up at punk gigs, and they, you know, you never know who you're going to see at those things. But Alex was a real fan of punk rock, and he just approached us to do that, you know, and it was really a gas when we did it.
Yeah, incidental music in that is among my favorites. It's just great stuff. So
right on.
Big vote for Repo Man from Amy.
Oh, we did, yes.
Oh yeah. Gotta start the music again.
There was an entire set of clothing in a toilet at a Chinese restaurant in San Fran, Jesse says. Okay.
There was a what?
An entire set of clothing in a toilet in a Chinese restaurant in San Francisco. Okay.
I like it.
I like that.
Sounds weird, but I don't understand. But I like it.
Oh, Amy says the Rat in Boston had awful bathrooms. Did you?
They had bad bathrooms. I played the Rat many times.
Okay.
With the Replacements and the Del Fuegos, we did a couple shows there at the Rat Skelter.
Okay.
That was a real good dive, but that was a great rockin' club in its day. That was early punk rock 80 days.
Oh, so Paul started the music again.
There we go.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. I'm trying to think of like, you know, places I've been. CV's was pretty awful, but there was a joint in Providence that I cut a lot of Rhode Island that I cut my teeth in called the Living Room.
Oh yeah, the Living Room is popular. Bands used to love to play there.
Yeah, I think High Five over Casey remembers as well. A lot of great gigs there.
Yeah, Living Room was great. They had a lot of fun bands, good bands.
And they would have all sorts of things. I saw the Butthole Surfers there. Can I even say that on the air? I just
You
did.
just did.
Well, I guess I can. But I remember, like, as a teenager going there, they had a unique cleaning fluid, and the place just smelled like this one particular kind of clean fluid. So actually, I don't remember it being like awful for men's room, but it's just like it smells clean, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Coach House out here in LA, where everybody sits and eats steaks and baked potatoes while they watch bands, with the smell of like Clorox and vomit and spilled liquor all mixed in one. While they eat their baked potatoes.
Delicious, you know?
In and out, people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can I get that monster style, you know, animal style, and like it really looks like what's coming up again? Oh man, I tell you, rock and roll, vomit and beer. I think it's we're getting to a weird place here. No, it's just what it is. Getting.
We've arrived at a weird
I guess
place.
we started at a weird place. It's okay to keep going there. But our audience is actually coming up with great questions and fun stuff, and I think they're just loving it. And some people have already bought the album, which is the point.
I'm going to drop the link to the album.
Let's drop the link on the album again.
You guys do that. I'm going to go get a refill. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
All right. Yeah, do it. Again, dropping the link.
I'm out. I need a thing.
Grab that tonic.
Is it martini time? What is it?
No, it's gin and tonic time.
I haven't had a martini. I have a martinez, which is...
I'm just saying, I need to be alive tomorrow morning, so I'm going to have another gin and tonic.
Do I need to be alive?
Well, I would like you to be alive, but...
What's happening tomorrow?
I have a hair appointment.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. I'm just thinking myself.
Anything?
A hair appointment. There, I said it.
Yeah, I'm just discussing like what the hell I need to do. Can I get really bombed tonight? I don't know. Well, maybe. Anyway.
You can get bombed if you want, but I'm getting my hair done tomorrow morning, so I cannot get bombed.
There's a great R&B song called I Got Loaded. Who was that anyway? It was on like Imperial. I'll think about that. Anyway, we could do other things here. I just need the correct size of glass and the correct shape of glass. That looks like the correct shape of glass for the Martini Kings. Okay. Polish that.
So what are you making there,
I don't know. I've already made the Martinez, which is a variation, and I varied it so it was better than it was, which is good. I could do a straight up Martini. I was going to ask.
Can you make it and then see that?
Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Hello. Oh, awesome. Liking it.
Now, who made that one?
Yeah.
Squid.
Oh, we love squid.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Actually, I could ask, and I was going to put this into my slate of questions, which is, okay, so Martini Kings implies that you might have a libation now and then. What do the Martini Kings drink?
Martini Kings are actually very rum-based because we really like to lean towards our tiki fun gig. So anything with rum, really. I'm more into the rum than vodka.
Okay, I can hear that. Definitely. All right. Well, you know what?
But I'm not an authority on drinks like you guys. Obviously, I don't know. I know more about the music end. You guys look like you know your drinks.
I know something about the music end, but I can't tell you too much about.
I feel like we do a little bit know about the drinks.
I can't tell you too much about bass coordination. Although when your MPEG goes down, I could probably replace the power section because I do that.
That's more than I can do.
Well, there you go.
Ooh, yeah. Well, Rum Bar Records. I think you need to make a rum drink.
All right. Twist my arm. All right, but definitely true. And I think Dan watching here, well, Dan should still be watching here. He could also like repair the power section on your amp, which is important,
Rum Bar.
Rum Bar. Boom. All right. So the Rum Bar needs to have some rum, which actually doesn't, because the Rum Bar is actually out there.
You want me to get some? What do you want? I'll get it.
What would be a great rum up drink?
A daiquiri.
The contemplation of the drink.
A daiquiri.
Or I could just make. Let's think here. What's it?
Royal Hawaiian. Oh, that's gin.
That is gin. True. Which is good.
I don't know, daiquiri.
What about? I could just Mai Tai it inside a cocktail size.
Ew, controversy. Okay.
There we go. Cocktail size Mai Tai.
Controversy.
Boom, boom, boom,
Here.
boom. All right. So we'll start with a little Kuruba. Love this label. That's just awesome. We're going to actually make a cocktail size Mai Tai. People think they said it couldn't be done, but no, it could be. It could be.
That sounds good.
Okay. Grab the appropriate size container with this thing here, I've done this from time to time, and I will say that it's important for a Mai Tai type drink to have a lot of ice. So I'm just going to shake this a lot, which is good. It's not as critical as if you do a zombie because that's got a lot of booze, and you really need a really tall glass with a lot of ice. I'm sorry?
Do we have any amber?
Gee, I think so. Oh, wait, I've got this stuff and I got that stuff. We'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be
I got a very cool swizzle stirrer here. Stick.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
Disneyland.
Authorized release. This is perfect. Okay.
This is the Tiki Garden at Disneyland. Probably when it opened. I like to mix my drinks with this.
I love it.
You're making me thirsty.
Okay, Lou is asking what your favorite rum drink is.
Well, just a classic old Mai Tai myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not going wrong with a Mai Tai.
There we go.
That's what I order if I go out.
So what are you making, Paul?
Cocktail size Mai Tai.
Okay, I'm gonna call it cocktail size Mai Tai.
You could really just do it because I'm going to make a Mai Tai and pour it into a cocktail glass. That's the big secret here, folks.
Mai Tai.
What's different about this? Well, not too much. The great thing is
It's going to be up.
The great thing is that it's an
rocks.
up drink, so there's less space here, so I have a refill when I'm done. But what happened to the dark room?
Oh, I thought you were done with it. I took it away. Hold on. Sorry.
Remove hat. Hold up hand. Replace hat. There we go.
I'm
Boom.
just trying to be neat.
That's good. Hey, we got Buddy Greco
Trying to
again.
be neat.
This is like totally perfect for the cocktail lounge. Hey, what can I do for you folks tonight?
I'll tell you a little Buddy Greco anecdote when you're done.
Oh, please.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Well, we were in Palm Springs. My brother said I went to a supper club. It wasn't far from Palm Springs, and just saw the most amazing act. And you'll never guess who it was. And I'm like, who? And he's like, Buddy Greco at his own club, Buddy Greco Supper Club, which my brother actually owns the old sign. It has since closed because poor Buddy has passed away, the great Buddy Greco. And my brother has the sign in his garage, still the Greco's restaurant.
Oh.
So cool.
And so I said, we got to go. So he took me there, sat down. It was one of those old lounge places
Yeah.
with the stiff white linen cloths, people eating big steaks, drinking martinis. And Buddy and his wife put on the coolest, original type, old school lounge show I'd ever seen in my life. And the guy was ridiculously talented. I've played with a lot of musicians, good ones, like great piano players, Dr. John, different people here and there. But Buddy Greco is like, it was so amazing on the piano. It's like scary. You know, he was a protege at like 16. He played with the big band orchestras and stuff. But yeah, that guy was he's amazing. And we really hit it off with him. And we approached him about doing a record together. And he was game. I think he liked us because we were from Philly also, and we had a lot in common. You know, we like good cheesesteaks, and we could talk about Philly things. And he just knew that we really, you know, we're like part of the new lounge thing. You know, I'm not going to say we're in that field with him, but we're part of the new lounge guys. And I think he got from us. He could see like how enthused we were and how appreciative we were of cats like Buddy Greco that a lot of people don't know, but he was kind of the lounge cat back in the day. Yeah. In Vegas and everywhere else. So.
Dude, he was on Reprise with along with Sammy and Dean at the time. Like a lot of acts ended up on Reprise because it was that type of label.
It was a good label, yeah.
Yeah, they just had like great A&R. They weren't like as like sleazy as some of these labels. And then at one point, somebody's going to Frank, who was the major domo behind this, and saying, "Well, I got this new act for you. They're from New York. They're called the Fugs." He's like, "Okay." And then they go from there, and just crazy things happen with the rock thing. But they sound like Jimi Hendrix experience. That's just that's just out to lunch. Out to lunch. I need some stuff that's not here, so I'll be right back.
Oh, so Diane is asking, have you ever played the Metro in Chicago or Aragon Ballroom?
Yeah, many times Aragon Ball. Well, I like I said, I used to play with a fellow named Matthew Sweet, and Chicago was one of our big cities, so we would play there at the Aragon, and we played everywhere. We played on the Navy Pier in Chicago. We played at Grant Park on the 4th of July to like 100,000 people, and we played all the little places too. Chicago was one of our favorite stops when I used to tour. Yeah.
I love Chicago.
Good time. Great time.
Yes. Okay, John is asking, did you get to go to Sonny Bono's restaurant in Palm Springs before his death?
No, I didn't. I never made it there.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't.
Okay.
I know. I regret not going there, but you know, I wasn't expecting him to check it.
I know.
Thought he would be. Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed a little.
It was sad. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
I did go see Cher though not long ago.
Did you? How was?
It was great. It's Cher. She could do anything, you know.
No. Well, we watched her on the Macy's parade.
You did?
Oh, it wasn't Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving. Yeah.
She looked great.
She was great. She was Cher.
She's
Exactly.
Cher.
Like you're saying.
She's Cher. She can do anything.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We just We just watched Moonstruck again the other day.
Perfect. Take it right back to the East Coast, to all these neighborhoods and things like that. Tony, what are you talking about? You gotta get this thing up on the
live
truck.
in that neighborhood, by the way.
Yeah, that little neighborhood. She did.
Yep.
I used to ride my bike over the Gowanus Canal to go see her. Gowanus is a good place to hide a body. I'm just saying.
Cher is amazing at 80, John is saying.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah,
Agreed.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so I basically put up the ingredients for what you would call a Mai Tai. You call it a Mai Tai, I call it maize. And the only difference I'm going to do is
My
throw
people call it maize.
the toasted almond bitters in there just to kick up the almond flavor. Boom, boom.
That was a
Big
reference
Brothers,
to
baby.
square pegs, by the way.
It was.
Saying.
Yes, it's true. All right, shake
I'm not
this.
being gross.
Shake this sucker up.
Do it.
La, la.
Okay. Hold on. Keep shaking it.
I'm shaking it.
Mezcal! Oh, wait, wrong. Tequila!
He's up.
Perfect. All right, that's enough shake. Now, get the glass. Now.
I know, I think I need to explain. That was a reference to square pegs.
Yes. Which this audience knows well, too.
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom. Soundtrack, main channel by The Waitresses, whom we name-checked earlier in the show.
Exactly.
And we pour the Mai Tai. Hello. I like the sound of that.
I'm very curious about a Mai Tai straight up. Because I like my up drinks. You at least need a twist
Need a
or
twist.
something.
Need
Yeah.
a twist.
Yeah.
I have a twist. As a matter of fact, I have a twist. Well, the fact is, I like mine with a twist.
Hey, what you guys know all about this stuff, and I don't know much about the mixing of the drinks, but I know I don't like it when they make the mixed drink when they don't have the right liquor license and they make it with wine.
Wine.
Oh,
Jeez.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
No.
it's not a substitute. We've made a lot of mixed drinks.
That's pretty good.
We like a challenge. And in fact, I was just
I
explaining.
feel like I could use a little more dilution, honestly. You need to shake it more. But otherwise.
Hold on. Give me a second.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. There you go. Okay.
Uno,
All right, just-
2, 3, 4.
One more time.
All right.
Rum Bar Records. Yeah. All right, we'll try this again. I lost my lime peel,
We have peels over here.
We do?
Oh. No, you used them all.
Now,
All right. Let's.
the lady must be
Let's see.
satisfied.
That is much better.
Yes.
You shake the hell out of it, people,
You
but it
do.
makes a great cocktail. And the fact is, you've got a lot left over. Round 2.
Nice. Nice.
What I was about to say was that we will work with any kind of product, and if it's considered to be
Hey,
a
Roberta.
fairly horrible base liquor, I'm like, well, that's the basis of a cocktail back in the day. Take something that doesn't taste that great and make it taste better. A lot of flavored wine, but I think vermouth exists because the wine wasn't very good. We added stuff,
Mm.
And this is
Well, we always try, but
there's
some things cannot be redeemed.
we have tried a lot, but
Right.
we've worked with that stuff, that Chinese communist rock gut.
Shochu.
Yeah, which was just horrible, lighter fluid, and I made it taste good. So that's a very important thing right there.
Yeah.
But there's also like Chinese rock gut that isn't a rock gut, which is important. But if you start with some decent base liquors, I had the Kitsch-en here and the Karuba, that's a good place to be. And you just need to dilute it properly. Mai Tai has a ton of ice in it for a reason. So if you're making a cocktail size, just shake the hell out of it.
Nice.
Think about how often you would shake, or how many times you would shake a drink, and then shake it twice as many times, and that will be good.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And we've come up with some good wine-based cocktails, but it's not like you're going to sub everything with wine.
Yeah.
Not going to work. Wine tie? No, probably not. Which is very true. And
Oh, Tony, do you have contact information to share?
With what?
With you've got an offer to for a promo thingy. So I just want to make sure you guys can get in touch with each other.
Oh yeah, just contact me on Facebook under my name.
Okay,
Tony
yeah, Dime.
SICO.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm gonna share his name.
Thank you.
So Dime, this is
Oh, actually, you know what? That Facebook account is full, so people can email me at swingomatic.
okay.
SWINGOMATIC at yahoo.com.
Oh, Matic. Okay,
Swingomatic.
I'll make spaces so you don't get spammed to death.
No, please, seriously.
Hey, I got to tell you guys about a cool new bar and project I'm involved with. If you
Hello.
Okay.
got a second. So I've been producing a movie for one of the producers on it. There's many for the last 2 years, and the Martini Kings are doing the score to it.
Okay.
And the movie is coming out this year, and it is called Kabali, and it is about the new tiki bar, the building of a tiki bar in Arizona that our pal Finney had just opened up about 2 months ago, and it's booming, and it's a fabulous tiki bar in Tucson. And Finney has a crazy collection of tiki mugs on display there. I think there's about 1,000 rare mugs
Oh my God.
at the tiki bar.
Hello.
Wow.
He's quite the collector. And the movie, I think, is going to be great. Everybody in the lounge and tiki scene has been interviewed for it. We've traveled everywhere to interview everyone. We went to Hawaii. We went to Todd Rundgren's bar in Hawaii and interviewed him. It's just been an ongoing fun project for 2 years, and we're just starting to talk about it now because it's been undercover. And just this week, I heard that there is a new Instagram. People can go read about the tiki bar and the movie. The movie is called Kabali as well. And if you look up Kabali movie, CABALI movie, and I think anybody that loves cocktails is going to really appreciate it because the whole movie is really about tiki mugs and tiki drinks and the building of a tiki.
Right, well, I think you're
to build a tiki.
Secret square here. I think 75% of the crowd is like, "Where is this movie?" Let's check this out. That's awesome.
It's a great movie. A good friend of mine called Josh Dragata directed it, who's done many things, and we're really excited and we can't wait to wrap it up. We're really close to finishing it all. And like I said, all the tiki dignitaries are in it, a lot of lounge people, and check it out, Kabali movie.
Okay, yeah, I just dropped the links. Well, I dropped the names, so yeah, people can find it.
Please, this is it. This is a type of salon. We share ideas. Drop your thing here so you can sing it. We've actually been listening to and continue to listen to the Martini Kings off of the new album Collection on Rum Bar Records. Plug.
Yeah.
Available people. You can go to the. You want to drop the link again?
I will drop the link again, but 20 songs.
Yes.
Songs. 20 songs. If you get the CD, you get a Shag poster. I'm just saying.
It's just...
we've been doing Shag gigs for about 15 years now. We've played so many parties for him, and his parties are just off the hook. They're always great, and the guy is really a prolific artist. I mean, I don't know how he releases so many paintings. And the weird thing about it, the guy is like the nicest guy you're ever going to meet. He's got patience to sit and sign every picture that everybody comes up with him, wants to take a picture. And he's been great to us. And it was a thrill to have him. Here's the old one. I think you guys got it on your bar, but we did this release probably about 10 years ago.
Yes, yep.
But that's been sold out for years.
Right on it.
Excuse me.
Yep.
And so when he said, yeah, tell me what you want. And we told him about Rum Bar Records, and we were doing a new release. And I had mentioned to Lou Mansdorf at Rum Bar. I said, man, if we could get Shag to do it, I'm telling you, this would be my dream again, because the art, Shag's art and our music seem to really go well together. It's a kind of a mid-century sound, and that's what his art is all about, really.
Yeah, totally works. I'm looking this right up on Discogs right now, and the original LP behind us, you can have that starting at $389.
Oh, I'll take one. Yeah,
Plus $20 shipping. So like that's the thing. That's
I'm
really
gonna do it for real.
It says like VG plus condition. Cover's not that great. What? How did the cover get that beat up in like 10 years?
Jeez.
What's wrong with you
He's
people?
using a TV remote.
Well, good. At least it means they probably played it, or their dog.
Think about it. You know. I've actually played that record now.
You'll pull
I do not know how
You'll pull
many
my copy
times.
from my cold dead hand.
Oh, cool.
I've probably played that record like 35 times at this exact moment. And I'm like, you know what? I have a good stylus. It works fine. I'm like, there is no increase in noise.
Looking it up.
Copies available? Anybody? Anybody? No items available.
There are no copies available.
Nobody's selling it.
Saying.
Nobody will part with it.
No, the only new one is the Rum Bar Records release. That's all we have.
Exactly.
And that's enough.
You're looking at
I
here,
just
folks.
dropped the link, so
You're looking at here,
right
folks.
there, and get a shag poster.
And get a shag poster. Hello.
Just saying.
Let me just say, this poster is suitable for hanging in your den, in your trailer, your library, wherever you like it.
Where do you hang posters?
Your trailer, wherever you hang posters.
And if you go back, you'll see the Martini Kings from the past 40 years, from when we were little kids. Actually, here we are here. This was our first, you can't see it, but our first band, the first Martini Kings right there was a 5-piece band.
Oh, yeah.
That's my brother, Vibes. I played bass, upright, guitar, John Zucker, Jimmy Roberts on sax, who went on to play with Rod Stewart for years in the Eurythmics. And who else is on? John Zucker on guitar, our guitarist, who went on to score lots of stuff. That's what he does now. And it's a long, long time ago. I can't even remember how long ago it was. I was like a kid, you know, I feel like. But, you know, I still feel like one when I do these gigs. So.
Well, true. Music keeps you young. You know, it's like yoga.
It's fun. You know, I could be digging a ditch, so I'm not going to complain.
Exactly.
I started out, though. I did have one weird gig. So this is, and I swore I didn't want to do that anymore. But I used to make, I don't even know how to say it, but I used to make false boobies for ladies. We called it Titty City where we worked, a bunch of it. But it was really a weird gig, and we had to dip him in this solution. It was really toxic. And I did that for a while when I got out of, I went to art school for a while. I got out of art school and I said, you know what? I think I'm going to just go right into music full time. And so I've been doing that ever since. So it was not a tough gig to leave, but. You know.
So you got out of using toxic chemical substances to make boobs, and you got into music where people use toxic chemical substances. Oh, anyway, for God's sake.
Big stretch.
People, stop that. But yeah, no, there's you don't need to actually do any substances. You can just enjoy the music as it is. The music will send you wherever you want to go. I've recommended having a turntable for years because you can still find so much great music cheap. It's out there. You know?
Yeah.
You might have to stretch a little farther to find the really, really cool stuff because all these goddamn hipsters are out there buying the good Esquivel records. Which is, that's just life. It's just life. But
your background, I gotta get a kipper background when I do interviews. I'm sorry. I apologize for this boring little setup I got.
Please.
Oh, you're tiki mug right there. You're good.
It's been good.
Can you hear the music? Can everyone hear the music?
This is very important. I'm hearing it, but I want to make sure it comes through because,
I want to make sure you're also hearing.
That's why we're here. And by the way, I do have that. Stop it. I do have that refill. Hello.
Oh, jeez.
I guess I should say that if I just drop off of here, it means my phone battery is about to die. But I think I'm good for a little bit more.
Okay. Anytime.
But don't take it personally. I want to thank you guys for having me and for people tuning in. And the show's not over.
We'll try not to take it personally.
No.
But my battery could be over soon. So.
But if things die, that's just sort of a fact of life. So like if that happens, don't worry about it.
Circle of life.
Tony didn't die. His phone died. He'll be back. Don't worry about it. He's going to plug in. I get the F4 battery. Oh, I got the thing. It's not working. We'll get
good. Eric can hear it. All right, we're good. Everyone's saying it sounds good.
Awesome.
So, all right. Good.
Awesome. Amy says it sounds good. She's a rocker. So boom.
I'm trying to think what I could tell you about this record. Some of these songs. Let me look at this.
Yeah, take a look. What we got?
Yeah.
What's happening over here?
Well, the first song on this album is "The Winds of Wakaloa." A lot of the songs on the record are about half originals that me and my brother Frank wrote.
Yeah.
The other half are standards, meaning covers.
Right.
And some of these go back. One of my favorite records that we did, and someday I'm threatening, I really want to put it out as a vinyl, is our Exotica album. It was called Dance of the Virgins.
Yeah.
There's about 11 original cuts on that. And the first song on the record is from that, The Winds of Wakaloa. And then some of the other ones from that record, Return to Morea. If you I don't know if you guys use what is it, Alexa back there at your house when you say, Alexa, do this or play that, or you guys have that device?
We do not have Alexa. We have other intrusive AI devices around the house, but not.
I don't know what it is, but I think it's Alexa. We say, like, Alexa, play. I can't say it loud because she'll start playing. But if you say, so-and-so, play Martini Kings, they always play this song called Return to Morea. That's one of our originals.
Okay.
Dance of the Virgins. A lot of these are from. It's all over the place. We have vocalists on this. Our old singer Kate Campbell that we worked with for years, and Craig Fondigo on vibes. Of course, my brother on marimba, vibraphone, percussion. Joel Alpers, drummer extraordinaire, who played with us for years. I could go on and on. There's so many great musicians that we were lucky to work with. Derek Stroh, who sings on one track here, great singer from Vegas. The weirdest cover probably of all, and people are like, why did you do that?
Why?
Because I love Link Ray.
Yeah.
I asked myself, how could I get a Link Ray song on an Exotica album?
Okay.
Or a lounge album? And so I basically kind of tried to rewrite Rumble, which is like a real no, you don't mess with Rumble. But I did anyway. So if you hear it, it's a great trumpet player on there by the name of Chris Tedesco playing on that one. And another big track on here for the first time ever it's released. This is the theme from the movie Kabali, which is coming out. So that's brand new. It's track 18, and it's the theme from the movie Kabali. So check that out. That is an original that I wrote.
Cool. It's right there. We've been talking about the movie. There it is. You've already got that right.
That's the first time. And one other one I'll mention. The last one is kind of a special one that my brother wrote. And it is called Rancho Mirage. My brother has a house out in Rancho Mirage, out in the desert. And it's the Martini Kings with the 35-piece orchestra. So that's a special song, the last track. So it's a long way from our little trio to having 35, musicians there recording. So, and if you listen real close in the middle of the song, you could hear someone's chair squeak.
Really?
With headphones, I heard it. I'm like, Frank, what is that? It's a chair squeaking. That's all.
It's the thing. No, that's brilliant. That's like what people look. That's like the Easter egg on the album right there.
Exactly.
Where's that part where somebody goes woo? Boom.
You know who I have to thank is Coop Cooper, DJ.
Yeah.
Coop has been behind the Martini King since day one. A great DJ in Australia, man. He's got his finger on the lounge scene. Yeah. He's kind of like a playboy, Hugh Hefner type himself, driving around in little sports cars and stuff, always looking slick. He got behind our band from day one and has always supported us. I've had him do liner notes on a few albums and things, but Coop is the best, man. Coop Cooper. So check his show out in Australia.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I was on his show one time.
Yes, a while ago, but true. Yeah, he does all sorts of interviews, and I love the fact we have actually people tune in from down under on this show, and I'm like, what the hell time is it? And they're like, oh, it's like 11 a.m.
Yeah,
it's not so bad.
Okay,
it's pretty good.
I love Australia. It's one of my favorite places. So.
Very strange. Very cool. People are talking turntables here. Oh boy.
Oh, I know. Very exciting for some of you.
Yeah, but for some of you, anyway. For some of you.
I'm not a turntable gal.
Well,
like you put the record on it and play it.
Does it play? We're done.
Yeah.
Does it play? We're done.
The specifics of your turntable, don't care.
Not as critical as I'm trying to think of what I was just.
Hey, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Please. Yep.
Talk among yourselves.
We
Please.
will.
Discuss everything you've heard so far. I'm trying to think of what I was actually trying to.
Dime, I will drop an email.
Okay, excellent. Yep.
Dime, I got you.
There we
drop
go.
an email.
Got the thing. I'm trying to think of what I was just about to talk about with collaborations kind of things.
I want you to meet Martini.
Hey, Martini! Woohoo! Well.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing beats.
Oh my gosh, Martini just waved at us.
You say hi.
Martini looks warm.
Of New York.
Hey, Martini! The king is talking about the Martini.
So sweet.
Okay, Martini.
Hi, Martini.
Martini, what breed are you?
Little mix of everything.
All the parts.
The best kind.
Mm-hmm.
Getting some love from Martini here.
A lot of love.
So cute. I want a dog.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
I've been saying this for like as long as I've known Paul. I want a dog.
Look at the dog.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I was thinking of gigs I have played, and among my favorite is the time I went out with a buddy to do turntables, and we start the show, and we've had like 2 people in the audience, we've had 5 people in the audience, we had 0 people in the audience, and he turns to me and he says, "What do we do?" And I said, "You start the show." Have you ever had a 0 audience?
Me, I've had not 0. I've played one time. The Plugs, my old band, played to 3 people. Someone hired us for a big gig, and it was a high school that hired us for their big event they were throwing, but they didn't realize that a homecoming game was the same day as their high school. As they and so we were directly across the street, but to get paid, we had to do the show anyway to 3 people. So they felt really bad for us. We didn't care. It was a gig, and they put up 3 folding chairs and sat in front of us. And in between all the songs, you could hear the roar of the football team in the crowd from across the street the whole set. So that was pretty lame. I think 3, that's the lowest we've played to.
That's memories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such good memories.
I've definitely played with combos that cleared the room, which basically ended up with like 1 person watching us. I'm like, yeah, that's all right with me too. Things happen. But I was thinking my favorite gig was at a joint that was originally a Menashevitz winery on the side, and they still know all the barrels. So these huge oak barrels that had originally been wine, and they had been like excavated so they were sitting areas. So my buddy and I set up when we start playing, and like there's all these people in these strange sort of like sound caverns listening to us. And I record everything, so you can hear this thing, and like for the first track, people are yakking, and then suddenly they get really quiet, like, oh, we're compelling, good, awesome.
We play a lot of vineyards and stuff up in Northern California.
Yes.
And one party we went to, it was free reign. As soon as we got there, they were so nice to us, and they're like, "We're going to send you home with cases of the best wine you've ever had, and you're welcome to drink the whole night." And I had like a 7-piece band with me that day, and I'd never seen so much wine get consumed by a band in my life that night. And I just remember our vibist, Craig, every time I looked at him, he just said, "This is the smoothest wine. It's going down. Oh, it's just perfect." And I knew we were in trouble. So when we were leaving the gig, the whole way home, he was just moaning and groaning in the back seat of my truck. And I thought we made it back to the hotel, and until I rolled over that one last speed bump.
Oh no.
Yeah, and Craig destroyed my truck.
Oh.
Sorry to share it with you, but too much wine can be a bad thing in somebody's car.
Yeah.
You guys, I got about 5% battery. You have any stuff you want to wrap up with?
I'm gonna drop the link again.
One more
I
time.
want to thank you guys for having me, and
Please.
I tuned in
for
last
joining
week.
us. This has been
I really
so much
enjoyed
fun.
your show, and I thank Lou Mansour for turning me on to you guys.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, Lou.
Lou rocks.
I
Rum
like
Bar Records rocks.
Hello.
And you guys rock. We love
No,
you guys
please.
so much.
It's something awesome.
Yes.
I could say like, well, you could hear them here. You're listening to them now.
You are listening to them now.
I have permission to play this music on YouTube.
Buy the CD.
You know.
Well, Lou was talking about maybe you're doing a tiki show in a you know, our tiki show is on all tiki. We mix it up with lounge and jazz and that kind of thing. But we were trying to get back east, you know, to New York. So maybe that will happen on one of these events soon. We're always up for new festivals. Like I said, we've done Tiki Oasis, the big one out here, probably at least a dozen times, and Tiki Caliente. They're two of our favorites. Hooky Loud, but we still been wanting to get back on the East Coast, you know, and if I don't get there with them, I'm going to come back there. I have a solo project called my name, Tony Marsico and the Ugly Things, and you can hear that on Sirius Underground Radio right now, and that's another band of mine that I'm trying to get back east with, so we're pretty excited to do that as well. So maybe I could do a double
we can do.
a double gig.
Please.
Yeah.
We are here. We're great friends with Lou. We want to make Martini Kings happen. We're here for rock and roll. We love this sort of thing.
I know. But whatever we can do, we will do it.
The hardest working band in rock and roll is not actually Kiss. It's the Martini Kings. Damn it, people.
Hey, I want to thank you guys. Keep up the fun stuff, all right?
Please.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome.
It's been so much fun.
This is like a treat. Like I can't even begin.
Thank you very much. And down the hatch.
Woohoo!
Night.
See you later.
Thanks. Good grief, that was good.
Oh my God.
Yep. Well, folks, we've had some fantastic stories, rapport, music with
That
Tony.
was amazing.
That was amazing.
Right.
Lou is still here somewhere, I believe, and has been listening the whole time. I don't think he's been dropping comments like crazy because he's a busy man, of course. You know, that's how it is. But, like, you know, Lou made all this happen because he
It's
actually...
a good energy. What about you?
I do. Please. He dropped us. He dropped the Martini Kings on us and got in touch with Tony to make all that happen.
Too,
And I kind of thought like Tony might talk to us for 20 minutes, but like the man is game.
do we need
Love it.
to
Love it.
turn the music up, or can you hear it?
Let us know, people.
Just asking.
We no longer are rapping with somebody on
Oh my gosh, right?
secondary
He was
channel.
So great.
Oh, seriously.
I'm getting so much love for.
We're talking, I don't know, 150-year career in music. No, something like that. It's 45 years
He's
anyway.
Like legit worked with everyone.
Everybody.
Just saying.
And well, has Tony worked with everybody? Like I said before.
Yes.
No, but he's worked with everybody cool.
And
So, you're listening to it right now.
yeah.
This is the
Rum Bar Records.
fill in the
Enchanted
blank.
Lovers.
This is the real thing.
Yeah.
This is so cool. This is the album with a shag cover.
With a shag cover and the shag
Poster inside.
of it.
This is a fantastic selection. How could you possibly make 20 tracks out of 25
He was so cool,
small
right,
years of
Amy?
music? And like, you know,
I am
he's done
honored
it
that
all.
he would even show up on our little show.
What can I say? I'm a little verklempt.
A little bit left.
I raise my hat. The man actually did this, and I love the fact that he's originally an East Coast guy, and he's been through all this stuff. And his reaction to the priest telling him, "Get that bleep out of here," is just like, I want to deck this guy. I feel the same way myself. But what are you talking about? But hey, I have played to a zero.
Oh,
audience
Julie,
gig,
thank
yes.
you. Casey,
Please.
thank you. Oh,
Please.
Dime.
Now,
I would love to do it every week. I really
man.
would.
I would do bands all the time here because, like, this is a type of salon, and we would actually
Salon. And
Salon.
not a salon. A
salon.
salon.
I would make
salon.
I would make a vu cahier every week, but like the fact is we're not in New Orleans, and I would feature different groups because we love the music, we love the live music, you love the live music, we love to bring it to you, and we love to work with promoters and producers such as Lou, who is still here, because he busts
John
his
says
bull.
turn up the tunes. Turn up the tunes. Just saying.
Turn up the tunes, turn up the tunes. All right, I will. I'll do that,
I
John.
do not see the remote.
But I gotta find the remote. Anyway, no,
It's
but
back there. I see it.
oh, got a great
Okay.
stuff like that. But like, because Lou busts his balls to get these things released on your streaming services and CDs and stuff like that, so you can play them. Because damn it, he wants you to hear the music.
Lou busts his balls.
That enough for you, John?
This is how we know we've been in New York too long. Lou busts his balls.
Like he's actually making this work here. People who are showing up to the Ohana thing, you're gonna see Lou. I'm telling you, he's the real thing. Such great things happen on Rum Bar.
I'm only laughing because of the New York accents. I am not laughing because of Lou, because Lou rules.
Lou is awesome.
Lou rules.
Look, he puts it together. He had a great inspiration. I'm going to start a record
Diane
label.
is jelly of your shirt.
Oh, really?
I found that at Salvation Army.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember the manufacturer of it. I unearthed the label recently, but it's not there.
It's not.
Yeah, we have to reinstall it. Yeah, fun stuff. I forget I made this thing. It was one of those things. Sometimes you'll see that says like blah Hawaii. Who's the big producer for the Hawaiian shirts?
Coffee.
Coffee. Hey, I think I still have some tea here. This is actually from the morning, but it's still good. It's been hermetically sealed.
I don't care how many hermits sealed it. No.
I don't know. The flavor's good. It hasn't been sitting for days. It's been sitting for hours. It's good. It's good. It's fine.
If I'm gonna have coffee, I'm gonna make new coffee.
Fresh coffee is good. This is tea, actually. As a matter of fact.
Old coffee is gross. Just saying.
Yeah, it's good for fertilizer. The fact is, we still got the Martini Kings. We're still rocking out. I don't have a thing.
Here.
I'll take ideas.
Here.
Oh, we got to make that happen. Mirrors is a good idea. We have some
We're
behind
dialing
us.
it down.
You got to dial.
I don't
I can't have too many cocktails.
I gotta wake up tomorrow morning.
I take those acid blockers. I can't have too many cocktails.
I gotta wake up tomorrow morning. I have a hair appointment. I can't sleep through that.
The summer ale?
Are we? We're not gonna share one.
We could. Summer ale or Brooklyn Pilsner?
That's fine. I already opened it.
All right, there we go. Easy.
You could always open another one later, but
You really could.
I'm just saying. Area woman is just saying.
Cheers, too.
Thank you. Yeah. I gotta wake up. You gotta wake up.
Hello.
Let's not.
Take 5, people. Hello there.
So new hair. It's gonna be the same hair, but
Yeah, same old hair.
I gotta touch it up.
Retouched.
I need a retouch.
Retouched hair.
So next week, for those of you still here, match game.
We will finally have our cards from Eleanor. Thank you very much.
Match game. Super excited for it. Oh, John.
Oh, excellent.
No.
Excellent. Please. They've been doing it for a long
How
time.
can you not love Martini Kings? I'm gonna drop the link to their album again.
One more
You
time.
should pick it up.
At least one more time. I was name checking the gig that we saw of them. I'm sure it was them at the Mai Kai, circa 2009.
I just dropped the link to the album. we're
It was
listening
at a Hukilau event from 2009 at the Mai Kai. Mai Kai was in full swing. It was just full of people who looked like this. And they're just there, sort of in the center of that back dining room, playing with awesome light. It was very dim and colored,
yeah.
and it was
I want to
just,
go back to the Mike Heist.
they were just like playing like this is the best gig ever. It was the best gig ever. It was so cool.
Oh, Amy's going to be singing Madness. Oh,
Dang it. Madness
we'll have to
beckons.
do it again.
We'll just have to do such things again.
Amy will have to do it
Madness
again.
beckons. I feel a Saturday morning show coming on again with cereal. But big fun.
I love Match Game.
Yep. It's hilarious to watch them from this remove and realize that what Gene Rayburn was doing was shuttling back and forth between where was
Cape
it?
Cod.
Cape Cod and Los Angeles, Burbank there, to record like 25 shows at a time.
He would do like 2 weeks at a time. He would show up,
Boom,
record
boom,
2 weeks of
boom.
shows, go back to Cape Cod, fly to LA, record 2 weeks of shows.
It's like you
Yeah.
could do that then. It's like he was working remotely. I love that.
Yes, Jesse, we will be doing Match Game next week,
Yep.
so stay tuned for that.
Please.
But it should be hilarious. Thank you to Gettysburg Ma'am, who is helping us out with this. I hope you're still here.
Wait a minute. Don, what did I just promise?
Wait, what did he just promise?
I forget. I was talking
Dime.
after hours.
Message Paul.
Yes.
What did he just promise?
Let us
Because
know.
we will make it happen. But...
Oh, Saturday Hi-Fi show. Oh, wow. Did I say that?
Oh.
Saturday like here or at Ohana? Because if we're talking the Saturday Hi-Fi show at Ohana, I'm going to talk to Dano, who could provide the hardware, and then we'll go from there. So
Yes, apparently Amy Jean River lived in Cape Cod and would
There's-
fly to LA every 2 weeks to shoot a buttload of Match Game episodes. And then he'd
in one
fly
shot
back.
and fly back,
Yeah, like
get his
every
month back.
2 weeks. So
and that's what was. I love that. You just got like some guy who figured out you don't need to live here; you just need to
No.
fly in.
you don't. Stick it to the man. You don't have to live in LA.
It's not. I mean, undoubtedly he had some sort of like pied a terre
Saturday
there or something, but
Hi-Fi
still.
show.
Oh,
You're not going to be here this Saturday.
I will not actually.
But a future
We'll be listening to
Saturday,
We could put that sort of thing together. I would love to be
We
able to broadcast exactly what I'm hearing to you. It would take much more technology than we've got here, but we can always do something. Something. Yeah. I'll host my own. Oh, okay. Big fun. The Big Hi-Fi Show.
Drop our link again.
Hmm.
You have been listening to Martini Kings,
One more time,
Enchanted
people.
Lovers, provided to us by Rum Bar Records.
You heard a lot about it from us tonight.
We love Rum Bar Records so much.
Love, love, love.
They are just bringing so much amazing music
Seriously,
into the world.
you don't even understand how many
You
groups
do not understand.
that Lou's wrangling at a regular basis. And then he's like, oh, we have some archive stuff. And it's like, what, the Martini Kings want to do a whole collection.
I went to their band camp today, and it's like they have a gazillion albums. Like
It just goes on.
they're just bringing
Release,
all of
release,
it into
release.
the world. I
There's
love it.
all sorts of contemporary, yeah, you could call it a lot of things. Some of it is kind of roots rock. A lot of it is like very grungy, garagey kind of stuff. And a lot of it is a little funky. And then there's all the loungy
It's
stuff.
supposed to be Fanny
It goes
Flag.
on.
All right, Lisa,
Oh, true.
if you're gonna be Fanny Flag, I'm gonna be Brett.
What does that make me, Charles?
You can be Richard Dawson.
I could do that kind of thing. I could be kind of a sleazy guy here, like hitting on
If
all
Lisa
the-
is going to be Fanny Flag, I'm gonna be Brett. I
I'm
met
just
Brett.
saying these sorts of
We met
things.
Brett. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was actually a great moment in history.
I think we've told this story, but I'll tell it as many times as I need to. 'Cause we met Brett.
I need like a really huge pair of sunglasses, and they could be Charles.
I have those.
The problem is that Brett is screwing up the cards.
I have the sunglasses.
Boom. Oh, Eric is going to be Charles. All right, I'm out.
Oh, okay. You could be Gene. You could be Gene.
I could be Gene itself. Yeah, I just need this really polyester suit. I need to get a little tall. I need a long microphone to be like. So anyway.
Yeah, he has that phallically long microphone. I'm just saying.
You went there. All right.
I did. A couple of drinks in, I'm not gonna lie.
Boom. So anyway, Dumb Dora was so dumb that, and away we go. Away we
Dumb
go.
what? It'd be amazing if you had Charles Phoenix as a guest on your show someday. Kalaka Boy, I agree. If Charles Phoenix would ever agree to do our show,
we would,
that would be epic.
we would host.
Epic.
Well, we got in touch with Lou. He got in touch with Tony. Tony said, "Yeah, sure." What an easygoing guy. We love Lou. We
You
love
channel my
Tony.
inner Betty White. Oh, Julie.
man.
I love Betty White so much.
It's so cool. Oh, we have a quote here, like the first two jazz songs that Jesse ever heard, Take Five and Ipanema, Girl from Ipanema. That was a huge hit. Well, both of them were huge hits. Take Five was a really big jukebox hit. It's really crazy how that happened, but it did. And then you've just got like, everybody knows who Paul Desmond is.
Wait, hold
Hello.
on.
Hello.
I just missed it.
Hmm.
Amy says, I just learned that John Malkovich frequents Total Wine in Burlington, Massachusetts, and has a favorite rum. Amy, you got to figure that out.
Can you spy this sort of thing for us? Because that's hilarious. We love that.
Because once I know John Malkovich's favorite rum,
There's a
it will
thing
be
going on.
on top of that.
Doesn't Paul Pacult, like wine commentator, frequent one of our
He
local
does,
clubs?
but
Yeah,
I don't want to be
not
weird.
as well known.
I don't want to be weird.
Truth, but yes.
But if you want to be weird, go for it.
Hey, you know, I'm not going to say such things.
Because
That's just kind of awesome.
I took a picture of it. Oh, Amy. Oh, please. All right. We can.
Let us know. There's no such things.
Wait. What?
I don't know,
I don't even know.
but it's.
But we love you guys so much.
Why am I doing this? Except because the audience is here. I could be talking to a wall.
Match game next week.
Let's make it happen, people. We have such things. They could happen. Scout's honor. And don't worry, we will deliver it to you. The cards will show up and we will have questions for you about Dumb Dora or other such dumbness, because that's the issue at hand.
The issue.
Is the issue at hand?
The issue's up for us. Good. Oh, dime.
Yeah, we tried.
Thank you.
We tried.
We tried.
Really
We
tried.
really tried. All right, I'm going to drop the link again one more time to
But wait, there's more.
the amazing
It's intense.
release you're listening to from Rum Bar Records.
We've been hearing it all night, and you know what? It never gets old.
By the way, Shag poster, I'm just saying.
You know,
Martini Kings, 40 years worth of stuff.
cover makes the album. Talk to the Clams. They have at least 2 or 3
Wow.
covers, which totally make the album. It's very important for
From
such
Fred
things.
Rawl. Yeah.
Fred does such things. I'm looking at one right now that's actually a piece of photography from Stephanie, and it's
Wow.
something awesome.
The album cover is everything.
It makes these things happen.
Eric, I do not know, but food for thought.
One can never tell.
All right,
Is it time for us to go?
it is time for us to go.
As the lady just quoted in the lyrics, we've been on the air for 2 hours and 10 anyway. It's unbelievable.
Thank you so much to
I've been able to do
Lou
these things.
and Rum Bar Records
For making
this
this
evening.
possible
This is
at all.
so unbelievably great.
I mean-
Tony Mercico from Martini Kings, Cruzados, the
Plugs,
Plugs,
baby.
all of them.
He has played with everybody. Everybody cool. And you've heard him on so many things. Anybody? Repo Man I quoted?
Such a nice
He's
guy.
all over the soundtrack.
Such a nice guy, so sweet.
Seriously, what a
Yeah.
cool thing.
Yeah,
Everybody loves Repo Man. I love Repo Man.
I love Repo Man.
It's like
I might go put
it's a
Repo Man on
classic.
right now.
I would watch that right now.
I'm gonna.
And I think
Yeah.
that like the guy from the studio who was just thinking that it was degenerate, I'm like, well, you're a putz. The fact is, this is an awesome movie. So that is the
You're a
thing.
putz.
But look, this is so cool. We actually got great questions from the audience. Thank you so much. I can ask a few things, but you had great ideas. And you know, Tony's got a million stories because he's been doing it for 45 years.
He could have been here for hours. He was here for hours.
He was here for hours.
He's been here for more hours. Just saying.
So, but it is so cool. I think I think Tony's a very generous person for having that much of his time. Because look, he's got a project, he's promoting it, and we're glad to do so here. This is what we do on this show. You know where to find it. Please go and check it out. You can always, if you do not collect CDs, you can stream it. But if you collect CDs, you get a poster. Hello.
I feel like if you don't collect CDs, you should collect this one because you get a poster.
You do not have to buy every CD out there. Who buys CDs anymore? I know, it's a thing.
People who want posters and koozies.
People buy, actually if you buy the CD, I think you get a koozie. That's very important. Bonus tracks, it's better than tattoos. A lot of people collect LPs because, I love this big size and everything. I'm like, well, I find them easier to file. That's why I collect them. But not everything has to be on an LP. Simple fact is, in at least a week's time.
I'm feeling 7-Up.
I'm feeling 7-Up. Yep. Anyway, in a week's time, we will be greeting you with a little
match game.
Action. I may be playing.
We don't have the rights to that music, so we'll be singing it ourselves.
I will be sued in 5 minutes. So I will probably find myself a polyester suit and play Jean. I know what you're going to be playing over here.
Brett.
Eric, are you still on board for Charles?
Brett.
Because we're going to need that.
Just saying.
Who's going to play Gary Burkhoff? I'm just saying. Anybody? Anybody? Fanny Flag we've got. But of course.
We got Fanny Flag. We got Betty White. We got Brett. Met Brett.
There are peripheral characters who might need to be filled in here, but we'll let you know. Maybe. I really hate to log off when I'm going to collapse. People, it's been a long day for me, as you. Take care of yourself. Do some yoga in the morning. Do some yogurt in the morning, and all that kind of good stuff.
I'll be the cameraman at Gene for us whole time.
Truth.
All right, you're hired.
Yeah. Oh, Eric is going to make some similar sounding music if we want it. Hello.
Thank you all so much.
If I didn't have you, I'd be talking to the wall. Again, I'll say that. So I'm glad I've got an audience because this is what it's all about, people. Excellent. Always remember, folks, wherever you go and whatever you do, we will see you soon.
Good night.